इसकी जरूरत है क्या? वो मैडम को, वो मैम को भेजिए। हेलो करो, हेलो।
कोई टाइम लगेगा क्या? टाइम लगेगा?
Very good morning to one and all, dear sir and madam. On this day, we are about to start our one-day workshop. Come follow-up interface beat 2025 shortly. Before begin this program, I shall take this opportunity to express deep gratitude to the Honorable Director cum Vice Chancellor of IVRI, Dr. Trivedita sir, for sparing the valuable time and agreeing to our request to preside over this meeting. I also express sincere thanks to Director Animal Husbandry, Himachal Pradesh, for his gracious presence along with his officials. I very firmly and appreciate the participation of large number of veterinary officers and other officials to this program. To begin this program, this program will begin with the IVRI and ICAR song. Now, I request to play the ICAR song.
जय जय कृषि परिषद भारत की, सुखद प्रतीक हरित भारत की। कृषि धन पशुधन मानव जीवन, दुग्ध मत्स्य फल यंत्र सुवर्धन। वैज्ञानिक विधि नव तकनीके, पारिस्थितिकी का संरक्षण। शस्य श्यामला छवि भारत की, जय जय कृषि परिषद भारत की। हिम प्रदेश से सागर तट तक, मरुधरती से पूर्वोत्तर तक। हर पथ पर है मित्र कृषक की, शिक्षा शोध प्रसार सकल तक। आशा स्वावलंबित भारत की, जय जय कृषि परिषद भारत की। जय जय कृषि परिषद भारत की। मानव प्रिय कृषि सहचर हितरत, जय हो पशु संस्थान। भारत के कोने कोने तक पहुँचा नव विज्ञान। 19वीं सदी प्रथमोदय, पूना मुक्तेश्वर नव आलय। इज्जत नगर बना मुख्यालय, अभिनव अनुसंधान। बना विश्वविद्यालय, शिक्षण शोध चिकित्सा पशु संवर्धन। ग्राम अभ्युदय श्वेत क्रांति, सहयोगी शुभ वरदान। जय हो पशु संस्थान। विविध व्याधि के टीके निर्मित, रोग अनेक हुए उन्मूलित। वृंदावनी सदृश गौ विकसित, जन पोषक अभियान। मानव प्रिय कृषि सहचर हितरत, जय हो पशु संस्थान।
You. With permission to the chair, now I would like to invite Joint Director Extension Education for the formal welcome address.
You all, and a warm welcome to the workshop and workshop on recent advances in animal diseases and production and the follow-up interface meeting #2 2025. This is the first workshop and meeting with the State Department of Animal Husbandry this year and the third in the series of the interface meet that we are having with the State Department of Himachal Pradesh since 2023. We had in 2023 as well as first follow-up meet in 2024, and this is now the second follow-up meeting. At the outset, I wish to extend my heartiest welcome to Dr. Sanjeev Kumar Deemanji, Director, Animal Husbandry Department, Himachal Pradesh, and the guest of honor of today's program for his kind presence and for nominating the veterinary professionals of the department for participating in this meet. So we are thankful to you for your gracious presence on this occasion, and we look forward to a very strong linkage with the State Department of Animal Husbandry of Himachal Pradesh for all future programs. Warm welcome to Dr. Triveni Dutt sir, Director and Vice Chancellor of IVRI, who has been a major force and motivation behind the organization of this event in a grand manner. Sir, we welcome you and thank you for sparing your valuable time and showing your constant support for every program. Your presence today in this program will motivate all the participants gathered here. Warm welcome to Dr. S.K. Singh, Joint Director Research, Dr. S.K. Mindiratta sir, Joint Director Academic, Dr. Yashpal Malik, Joint Director Mukteshwar Campus, Dr. Pallab Chaudhary, Joint Director Bengaluru Campus, Dr. Sohini Dey, Joint Director Cadret for their gracious presence. Heartfelt welcome to Dr. Gorakhmal, Station in Charge, IVRI Regional Station Palampur, and the Organizing Secretary of this program, and the co-organizing secretaries, Dr. Birbal and Dr. Rinku, and the coordinator, Dr. Akhilesh, for their constant support in liaising the program with the Animal Husbandry Department of Himachal Pradesh, and for mobilizing officials of the institute for their participation in this meet. Warm welcome to all the station in charges, head of the divisions, faculties, scientists, and students who have registered and are connected today in this program. I hope that the workshop and the deliberations in the program proves beneficial to you. Warm and heartfelt welcome to all the additional directors, joint directors, deputy directors, chief veterinary officers, senior veterinary officers, veterinary pharmacists, and all the other staffs of the State Department of Animal Husbandry of Himachal Pradesh who have spared the valuable time for the workshop and the interface meet. We feel that the deliberations in the meet would be very helpful in chalking out future research and training programs and provide important inputs that would surely help in guiding the future research of this institute. And last but not the least, a warm welcome to the chairpersons, co-chairpersons, rapporteurs, speaker, and the coordinators of the technical session, which will be held just after this inaugural program. As far as this workshop is concerned and this interface meet, this is a legacy of IVRN. We have been organizing this since 2009. Last year, we organized around 14 interface meets with the various State Department of Animal Husbandry and Industries and the KVKs and Ataris across the country. These meets led to generation of a large number of researchable issues, and we could also see towards the requirement of the State Department of Animal Husbandry in terms of technologies and trainings, and it helped to establish a strong linkage with a number of state departments through which we are organizing a number of training programs for various states. The meet held last year with the State Department of Animal Husbandry Himachal Pradesh generated a number of issues which the institute has tried to address, and the ATR will be shown here. Further, keeping in view the major problems as revealed by the responses last year, we have planned the workshop with presentations on management, vaccine and vaccination against economically important diseases of small ruminant, parasitic diseases of small ruminant in Himachal Pradesh under control, and ICAR-IVRI technologies. These will be presented by heads and experts of the reproduction, virology, parasitology, and the Institute Technology Management Center of IVRI, as well as IVRI Regional Station Palampur. The major mandate of the workshop is to provide the officials of Animal Husbandry Department with the latest advances in the areas of health, production, reproduction, and the latest technologies or the package of practices that are available with us. Further, this interface meet follow-up is targeted to apprise the officials of the ATR on the issues they have raised last year and also to discuss on the present issues that are being faced by them. One important mandate is to generate need-based researchable issues by having dialogue with the various stakeholders and also to develop collaborative extension, research and teaching programs and promote the technology transfers. So before going any further, we will take a glimpse of what were the deliberations last year and what actions have been initiated and laid down the expectations of State Department of Animal Husbandry for today's program. So in total, the program, we had registered a total of 326 participants this year. Although all have not joined, I think they are joining shortly. And the program is also being viewed live on the YouTube also. So let's look at the issues that were raised last year and what are the ATRs. So next slide, please. So the major issues that were identified, first was subclinical markers for animal diseases. So the IVRI Regional Station Palampur has responded to it that molecular diagnostic facility for Theileria, Babesia, Anaplasma and Trypanosoma are available at IVRI Regional Station Palampur. Facility to diagnose subclinical ketosis, subclinical mastitis and hematological alterations are also available. Then control of external parasites vis-a-vis climate change. So the response to it is scope of herbal acaricides for effective tick control is being explored to control acaricide resistant populations and other vectors, especially in the era of climate change. Another issue was metabolic disorders and their management. So the recent research has been carried out for amelioration of transition stress in dairy cattle through trace mineral supplementation at IVRI Regional Station Parampur. Further, veterinarians should attempt for early diagnosis using Compton Mini profile test. Another issue identified was study of impact of herbicides and pesticides on reproduction efficiency of ruminants. So an ICR funded project was undertaken titled Understanding the Fetal Programming of Testicular Lipid Metabolism Caused by Intrauterine Exposure to Ethion and its Modulation by Green Synthesized Zinc Oxide Nanoparticles. Another issue was study of rumen microbiome for high altitude cattle. So the regional station Palampur has an institute project on phytomigratory goats. Next slide, please. Then another issue was study of bovine papillomatosis. So the response from Palampur is the field cases of bovine papillomatosis in cattle are attended by the scientists of IVRI Regional Station Palampur during their health camps. Then development of medicinal herb-based therapeutics. So development of medicinal herb therapeutics is under continuation under the All India Network Project on Ethno-Veterinary Medicines at the different centers of project that's being led by IVRI. Then impact of traditional rearing versus scientific rearing of milch animal in Himachal Pradesh and its economic significance was an issue raised. So the HDLES has provided the inputs that a project on impact of traditional rearing versus scientific rearing of milch cattle in Himachal Pradesh and its economic significance has been initiated by the LES section and it will also be covered under the PG research program. Then another issue raised was development of suitable remedial measures to mitigate the enzootic bovine hematuria due to fern poisoning. So the Palampur has responded on this that awareness creation is being done among the farmers during the Kisan Goshtis, visits to the villages and Viksit Sankalp Yatra also about the effects of grazing on ferns or usage of ferns as bedding material to prevent the development of EBH in the cattle. Antibiotic resistance profiling in livestock was an issue raised. So IVRI Izzatnagar and IVRI ERS Kolkata, they are a part of the All India Network project on antimicrobial resistance, under which the AMR profiling of livestock and poultry are being undertaken as the SOP issued by the coordinating agency. Currently, the project is being implemented across 31 institutes and is expected to cover all the states and union territories. So these are the other initiatives taken up by IVRI Regional Station Palampur. Evaluation of starch-based multi-nutrient supplements for improving productive and reproductive performance of Gaddi goats. Valorization of Lantana camara for its utilization as animal feed. Development of probiotic-based composite feed supplement for small ruminants. Enhancing poultry meat quality and functionality by dietary inclusion of rhododendron and nettle leaves. And copper oxide and zinc oxide nanoparticles as feed additives for precise mineral nutrition, host resilience, and for enhancing the efficacy of benzimidazole against drug-resistant population of Haemonchus contortus in goats. Apart from that, it is worthwhile to mention here that recently a document on package of practices for livestock management in the northwestern Himalayan states was prepared on the request and guidance of Indian Council of Agricultural Research. And now this package of practices is already available on IVRI website and can be downloaded and searched for the various package of practices that are enlisted for the whole northwestern Himalayan states. Next slide, please. So training interests were also shown last year on all these various type of technologies, but we have not received any training request from the State Department of Animal Husbandry, Himachal Pradesh. So as soon as we receive a request from the State Department, we will start the procedure of implementation of the same. Next slide, please. We have asked smart portable lifting assemblies for large animals. So request was not received from the State Department. Such a device. And then they asked for IC. And these tools are freely available at IVRI website. From the Play Store, you can download the mobile apps and you can go to the link to the education. podcast. From there, you can go and look forward towards the various new initiatives and advancements that our experts are talking about. Next slide, please. So these are the responses for this particular meet. We circulated a registration form. So 326 participants registered in the meet. Majority are the male, around 55%. Mostly they are the master degree holders, followed by the BVSc and the PhD holders. Next slide, please. And the organizations, majority 61% are from the State Department of Animal Husbandry, followed by ICAR institutes, and some other organizations and SEUs have also participated. Since this was a virtual link, I think it got circulated. That is why we have participants from Himachal Pradesh, 66%, but we have 33% who have registered, and they are from various other states as well. Next slide, please. So these are the problems they are facing in diagnosis and treatment as they have replied to in their Google forms that we circulated. They talked about lab infrastructure and equipment they lack, like ultrasonography machines, X-ray, biochemical and blood analyzer, molecular tests, veterinary inputs like limited availability of medicine and vaccine, and lack of skilled manpower for lab diagnosis. Although we cannot intervene as IVRI into these, but of course we can intervene into training and capacity building, like lack of routine refresher courses they have asked. So we can have the collaborative programs, diagnostic supports, rapid field kits, lab backup for disease confirmation, and differential diagnosis, problem in differentiating the diseases showing similar signs and symptoms. So here we can provide some support in terms of technological backstopping as well as the training and capacity building. Next slide, please. So these are the most significant problems that they have shared that they face in their region. Reproductive problems include the silent heat, ROP, prolapse and infertility. The infectious diseases include the PPR or pneumonia, LSD, FMD, etc. Hemoprotozoan diseases like babesiosis and filariasis. Dermatological and metabolic disease like ketosis, milk fever, etc. Parasitic diseases like lungworm, haemonchus, tapeworm, coccidiosis, etc. And of course, they also face the problem of stray animal menace like the dog and the monkey menace. So many of these issues are resolved in our package of practice document. So that can be downloaded from the IVRI website. There are two package of practice document. One is specifically on the Northwestern Himalayan states, and one is on the general of the whole country. So both can be seen into, and some package of practices related to these can be downloaded. The rest we can discuss. Next slide. Technology requirement for veterinary officers. So they require portable diagnostic infrastructure, as they have asked earlier, cold storage facility for vaccines, medicine. They require telemedicine consultancy infrastructure, on-field diagnostic support like the rapid field kits and common reagents for blood, glucose, ketone bodies, protein, pH, and toxicological analysis in field. And also they require data management and analytics facility. Next slide, please. So these are the areas this year what they required. Of course, they are quite similar to the last year. They have asked poultry farm, the scientific animal husbandry practices like poultry farming, hatchery management, goat farming, breeding bull health management. In zoonosis, they have asked about diseases of public health significance, value addition of animal production, entrepreneurship, diagnostic imaging and pathology, post-mortem and clinical pathology, hands-on training on ultrasonography and X-ray and mastitis, and herd health management, especially preventive veterinary practices and infertility. Next slide, please. So these are the technology requirements they asked for their farmers. Feed and fodder technologies they have asked, like the low-cost ration, silage, TMR, bypass nutrients, area-specific minimum mixture. In infertility and reproductive management, again, they have talked about repeat breeding, estrus synchronization, AI, sex semen, sensor-based heat detection. And for training and capacity building, they have asked for training of KVK, field vets and farmers on the scientific feeding, breeding, management, disease awareness. They also require some app-based monitoring of animal health, biometric sensors and smart collars. They have talked about field-level diagnostic supports like rapid test kit for disease diagnosis, heat and pregnancy. And they have asked for ITKs, scientifically proven ITKs for animal health care. Value addition, again, they have asked for milk and meat products, meat, wool, etc. Value addition in these. And modern farming, like knowledge of modern farming and animal husbandry techniques. So these are the researchable issues that they feel that IVRI should undertake in vaccine and diagnostics. They have requested for kit for diagnosis of hemoprotozoan diseases, effective vaccine against parasitic and emerging diseases, oral vaccination for important economic diseases, and effect of FMD vaccination on pregnant animals and infertility, quick disease diagnostic kit for field Then low-cost field-friendly estrus and pregnancy detection kits. In nutrition and value addition, they have talked about alternative fodder resources like agro-industrial byproducts, hydroponic fodder, increasing the shelf life of animal products. In therapeutics, they have talked about therapeutics for EBH, selenium deficiency, cheap and effective treatment of mastitis and lantana poisoning, udder papillomatosis, delay in estrus and infertility issue in crossbred cattle, research on transition period in cow, early detection of UTIs in large animals and udder fibrosis and EVM practices. And in AMR, they have asked for antibiotic resistance and antibiotic residues. So these are the areas they wish that IVRI can take care of. And in some of the areas already IVRI has initiated work, and I think that will be made through the presentations just now after this. Next slide, please. So last year, we also asked whether you were happy and these meetings are helping you resolve issues. The majority, they have agreed that the meetings are successful. We asked them whether how do you think it can be made more helpful? So they have asked more and more field-related issues should be involved, case studies to be discussed, offline trainings and hand-on exposure to new technology, and more interactive two-way communication they want. So with this, next slide, please. So I think these were the responses and ATRs of last year and the responses to the Google form this year. So with this, I think we have laid a expectation setting for the State Department of Animal Husbandry and what they want from IVRA. So with this, I welcome you all once again. Thank you very much.
Thank you, ma'am, for elaborate presentation. Now to start I would request the Honorable Director, Animal Husbandry, Simla, Dr. Sanjeev Kumar Dhiman, sir, for his address, please.
Hello, I am hearable to all of you. Hello, आ रही है आवाज आ रही है मेरी? Yeah. So good morning to all of you. Respected dignitary, esteemed scientists, colleagues, and participants. It is my privilege to address this important workshop organized by the ICAR-IVRI and ICAR-IVRI to congratulate the organizer for bringing together researcher. Himachal Pradesh, the and the diverse agroclimatic conditions has tremendous scope for livestock development. For our state, animal husbandry plays a vital role in the rural economy, as nearly 80 to 90% of the farmers reside in rural areas and depend on livestock for their livelihood, nutrition, and supplementary income. However, there are emerging challenges. The cattle and buffalo population has declined from 24 lakhs to 18 lakhs, while the goat population is recognizing the importance of dairy state-owned milk collections. At the same time, fodder scarcity during the summer month continues to be a major constraint affecting our livestock production. To support farmers, the Department of Animal Husbandry is implementing several farmer welfare schemes. You may already know. NAP is a national program for National Artificial Insemination Project for free artificial insemination services. NLM, National Livestock Mission, distribution of goats, pigs on subsidized dates. LHDCP, Livestock Health and Disease Control Program, free vaccination is being done in the state. Distribution of pregnancy rations and day-old chicks at copy. So further, the department is also very close to the farms. include African.
We are not able to hear your voice.
Sorry, sir, there is some network problem here at Shimla.
That's fine.
So, actually, I was talking about the economic losses to the farmers due to some disease outbreaks. These include African swine fever in Bilaspur, Kangra, and Una, leading to high mortality, sheeppox in Kangra, PPR in Una, Kangra, and Mandi, glanders in Mandi district, FMD in Kangra, and mycoplasma infection in Mandi district.
Recording in progress.
चलो अपना चलाओ
चलो
आप चलो सर
excuse me, sir. There is issue of network in problem due to some heavy rainfall here for last 3 or 4 months. So to strengthen our disease control, the department is also conducting zero surveillance of FMD, glanders, and skin disease. What for a new system at ICAR-IVRI Palampur for disease forecasting, although Nivedi Bangalore is already providing disease forecast at the national level. Equally important is the need for the close coordination between field veterinarians, state laboratories, ICAR-IVRI research stations, Palampur, and state veterinary college. Such collaboration will help us achieve faster diagnosis, early reporting, and timely management of disease outbreaks, thereby minimizing the losses faced by our farmers. I want to add that wrote in our state in क्या हुआ
चलो सर यहाँ बोलो
So here I want to add something regarding our state, specifically our northern state. There is a reporting of outbreaks of foot rot in our migrational flocks, especially, which is a serious problem. And here I would like to request our scientists in IVRI and in Palampur and in various sphere to please do some research work here or for the vaccine production in our state regarding sheep and goat for this foot rot disease. Already J&K is doing some work on this foot rot vaccine, but I will request you to kindly take this matter seriously because it is causing a serious economic loss to our migratory flocks and shepherds. There is need for the closer coordination between the field veterinarians, state laboratories, ICAR, IVR research stations, Palampur and state veterinary colleges. Such collaboration will help us achieve faster diagnosis, early reporting, and timely management of disease outbreaks, thereby minimizing the losses faced by our farmers. I firmly believe that research outcomes must translate into practical farmer-centric solutions. Institutions like IVR are doing commendable work in veterinary science, vaccine diagnostic and disease control, and collaboration with the research bodies, state department, and farming communities is the way forward to achieve sustainable animal health and production. In conclusion, I once again congratulate the organizer for hosting this timely workshop. I'm confident that the deliberations today will help us chart our new strategy for animal disease control, improved livestock production, and rural prosperity. On behalf of the Department of Animal Husbandry, Himachal Pradesh, I assure you of our full support in implementing the outcome of this workshop at the grassroots level. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for an insightful address. Now, moving ahead, I would request our Honorable Director, Dr. Trivedi sir, for his address, please.
A very good morning to all of you. Dr. Sanjeev Kumar Deeman, Honorable Director, Department of Animal Husbandry, Shimla. Esteemed Joint Director colleagues from IVRI, Joint Director colleague joined from Mukteshwar and Bengaluru, the distinguished head of divisions of IVRI, in charge head of regional center Palampur, Pune, ERS Calcutta, and our distinguished scientists joined online from Palampur Center. It is indeed a matter of great pleasure that Institute is organizing workshop on the research advances in animal diseases and production. In fact, this is the follow-up workshop. We have also organized the same workshop in the last years. And the series of workshops we are institutes organizing across various states of the country. As you are aware that these workshops are very important not only for the state line department but also for institute. We used to capture number of researchable issues out of these workshops, and we always include in our researchable agenda. We also take the feedback of our technologies and package of practices developed over the period of time. As you are aware that institute is a premier institute in veterinary animal sciences. We have successfully completed 136 years, and during this our glorious journey of 36 years, we have significantly contributed eradicating and controlling a number of important diseases. Our significant contribution includes eradication of 4 important diseases from the country, and also one very important disease interpest from the globe. Currently, we are also providing technical backstopping to livestock health and disease control programs implemented by Government of India. And we are really glad to share the information to all of you that all the vaccines used in our National Animal Disease Control Program are developed by IVRI. So IVRI has a great contributions in controlling and containing a very important diseases. As you are aware that we are pan-India presence, and we have 3 regional stations, 3 campuses across the country. And we are providing services to the nation through various 5 important ministries. And our 5 services of national importance includes the quality control testing of veterinary vaccines, uh, the disease diagnosis, and the issues the national advisories, and also the as Central Zoo Authority of India have recognized IVRI as a national reference center for wildlife health control measures. So we are providing services to the various zoos, safaris, rescue center for maintaining and controlling the health of various kind of wildlife. We are regularly supplying 12 important biologicals, including 2 biological for human beings, to various valued stakeholder. And as you are aware that the institute has a very rich technology product patent portfolio. Till now, we have developed a total number of 100 plus technologies, including 47 technologies we have commercialized to 163 commercial houses. And out of these 47 technologies, 13 vaccines technologies have been commercialized to the various prominent commercial houses of the country. We have granted and registered 107 patents, copyrights, and designs. In 2024, a total number of 310 publications have been published with an average of 2.47 impact factor per paper. So, in continuation of the development of various the product and publications and technologies, we have also developed a total number of 115 ICT-based education tools for capacity building of our student and faculty. We have started our training programs to various veterinary officials, central government officials way back during 1900. And 1954 we have also introduced postgraduate college of animal sciences. And during 1983 we have been given the status of the deemed university. And in tune of national education policies, currently we are imparting education in various 39 UG, PG disciplines. Besides a total number of 90 various important courses, including diploma, certificates, and vocational courses. So, for the information of the state line department, that training is our flagship activities. And trainings to the stakeholders and veterinary officials and state line department is one of our important stakeholder. And a total number of 22 diploma 38 certificate courses and 22 again the vocational courses have been identified for the benefit of our various stakeholders like states, state officials, and the industry. So the department, the diploma and trainings and certificate course are very important for continuing veterinary education. So my humble submission to the state line department, kindly visit our website and whenever you find our services regarding updation of knowledge of our veterinary officers working in the field, even though the senior officials working in the state line department is our priority. So this is important agenda. Second very important agenda for the state is since we have been identified as a central disease diagnostic laboratories. So CDDL is also our responsibility. So we have a total number of 6 RDDL across various states, and for Palampur, Jalandhar have been identified as a RDDL. So we are very soon going to organize a important meeting with the RDDL in collaboration with our regional center Palampur, so that my submission to all of you, kindly ensure the senior officials who have been given responsibility for the SDDL, so that all the officials of SDDL, they can also join the meeting as per the date and scheduled locations with the CDDL. So Jalandhar, this SDDL and capacity building of SDDL is our responsibility. So we very soon we are going to organize the interface meeting with the RDDL. So we expect that states covering with the RDDL Jalandhar must participate in the meeting, so that various agendas and various issues can be addressed properly, and any problems regarding the capturing of the samples, collection of the samples, diagnosis of the sample. If any state is facing problems, so these problems can be solved then and there. So this is our important agenda, and my submission to the state line department senior officials that we have to work in line with the agenda of the Government of India, and Government of India is seriously targeting the eradication of FMD and PPR by 2030, and controlling of classical swine fever and brucellosis in due course of time. So these are the various agenda have been envisioned by Government of India. My submission to the Government of Palampur, Government of Himachal Pradesh, kindly we have to sync in line with the expectation of the Government of India. So very soon we are going to organize the meeting with the RDDL Jalandhar, and we kindly ensure that all the senior officials they should make their presence whenever we are organizing meeting in near future. So this is our second important agenda, and as you are aware that outreach activities our also the corporate social responsibility. So outreach activities during the last 5 years, we have organized a total number of 2,000 plus our this outreach activities covering to 2.5 lakhs plus our stakeholder. Beside this, we are regularly organizing our national flagship activities under SCSP, NEH, and TSP in collaboration with the state line department. So this is our, you see, the corporate social responsibility that we should always work for the livelihood improvement of underprivileged stakeholder. So my submission again with the state line department, kindly join hand with the our regional station Palampur with for a greater collaborations to organize these national flagship activities as per the expectation of the government of India and the stakeholder. And just for the information of the our officials working in the state, so we are regularly organizing workshop for the creation of the stakeholder, the creation of the startup, and also the entrepreneurs. The development of the startup and entrepreneurs is also the flagship program of Government of India in the name of RKBY, ABI, Raftar ABI and ICR ABI. But there are two programs we are implementing. So kindly, whenever you find any innovative ideas from the startup in the field, or any prototype developed and to be tested at our institute, so we are regularly financing, providing financial support to our innovators and the startup. This so this is our also a flagship programs creation of startup. Till now we have developed 40 startup. 40 startup is on are on roll with IVRI, and we have also successfully developed a total number of 300 entrepreneurs across the country. So startup is also our priority. So kindly ensure that if you find any innovation in the field or any prototype developed by our startup, kindly try to link these startup and entrepreneurs with the IVRI, so that technical and financial support can also be provided if really this prototype is is really important for the nation. So these are the various programs we are running in the field, in the institute. Currently 1520 plus our human resources working in IVRI, including 189 plus scientists. So this is our, in brief, the institute profile. And again, I would like to reiterate that State Department of Animal Husbandry is our important stakeholder, and we always strengthen our linkage with the state line department, because you see, state line department, they are the really grassroots and all grassroots officials, and also they are the really user of our technologies. And they are all not only the user, they always provide the feedback of our technologies. So kindly see that how best we can serve the livestock owner in a very efficient manner. So this is in brief with IVRI, and in the end, I am really grateful to the State Line Department, Government of Himachal Pradesh, for sparing valuable time for this important workshop. Thanks to Dr. Sanjeev for sparing his valuable time along with his senior officials, because senior officials is also valued for us. And we are really grateful to our veterinary officials who have made possible to attend this very important workshop, from the remote locations. And with the hope that in future also we'll try to have a greater collaborations in order to serve the livestock owner. So thanks to our joint director colleagues, and especially thanks to Dr. Rusi Tiwari for taking pain organizing these type of programs, and his team, her team, head of divisions, Dr. HR Meena, and our other nodal officers who are really working hard for successful organization of the workshop. So with this remark, thank you very much, and with the hope that we will work together in future with the for the welfare of the livestock. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, sir. Now, I would request Dr. Gorakmal, sir, HORC, Palanpur, for offering the vote of thanks, please.
Good morning, everyone. Most honorable and distinguished chief guest, Dr. Triveni Dutt, sir, Vice Chancellor cum Director of prestigious ICAR-IVRI Institute, Ijat Nagar. Most esteemed guest of honor, Dr. Sanjeev Kumar Dhiman, Director Animal Husbandry Department, Himachal Pradesh. Most respected Dr. Rupsi Tiwari, Joint Director Extension Education, ICAR-IVRI Ijat Nagar. Dr. S.K. Singh, Joint Director Research, ICAR-IVRI Ijat Nagar. Dr. S.K. Mandiratta, sir, Joint Director Academic, ICAR-IVRI Ijat Nagar. Dr. Soni Day, Joint Director Cadrat, ICAR-IVRI Ijat Nagar. Dr. Pallav Chaudhary, Joint Director Bengaluru Campus. Dr. Y.P.S. Malik, Joint Director Mukteswar Campus. Dr. Arnav Sen, Head of Regional Center, ERS Kolkata. Dr. Kiran Bilagankar, Station in Charge, TEC, ICAR-IVRI Pune. All esteemed head of divisions, section in charges, my colleagues and participants. I would like to take this opportunity to record my deep gratitude and heartfelt thanks to Dr. Triveni Dutt, sir, Vice Chancellor cum Director, ICAR-IVRI Ijat Nagar, for the right support and generous guidance for organizing the workshop and follow-up interface meeting too. Director, sir, has been truly an inspirational personality for all of us. Sir, we will never forget the kind gesture extended to us. Thank you, sir, so much, sir. I would further extend the hearty thanks and deep gratitude to Dr. Sanjeev Kumar Dhiman, Director, Animal Husbandry Department, Himachal Pradesh, for his passionate support. Thank you so much, sir, for deputing all veterinary officials of Animal Husbandry Department, Himachal Pradesh. I would especially thank to Dr. Rupsi Tiwari, Joint Director Extension Education, ICAR-IVRI Ijat Nagar, for being a constant source of motivation and guidance force in our endeavor and efforts to organize the workshop cum interface meeting. I, on behalf of ICAR-IVRI Region Station Palanpur, express our deep sense of respect and gratitude for the generous direction and support from Joint Directors, Dr. S.K. Singh, Joint Director Research, Dr. S.K. Mandiratta, Joint Director Academic, Dr. Soni Day, Joint Director Cadrat, Dr. Pallav Chaudhary, Joint Director Bengaluru Campus, Dr. Y.P.S. Malik, Joint Director Mukteswar Campus, Dr. Arnav Sen, Head of Regional Center, ERS Kolkata, Dr. Kiran Bilagankar, Station in Charge, Tech Pune, Head of Divisions and Section Charges. A special thanks to co-organizing secretaries, coordinators, member organizing team of ICAR-IVRI Ijat Nagar and ICAR-IVRI Region Station Palanpur for their unflinching support and coordination. My deep sense of heartfelt thanks and appreciation goes to all the participants, including veterinary officers, higher officials, and IVRA faculty who are attending the workshop cum interface meeting. Finally, I would like to thank all the known and unknown hands that has contributed towards this remarkable event. And in the end, thank you all so very much for being with us today. Thank you, Jai Hind.
Thank you, sir. Moving ahead. Now we will be coming to the next session of this day's event, the technical session 1, which will be chaired by Dr. S.K. Singh, sir, Joint Director Research, and as a chairperson, and co-chairperson will be Dr. Birbal Singh, sir, reporter Dr. Suman Azreta. I would request Dr. S.K. Singh, sir.
Thank you, Dr. Akhilesh. A very good morning to all of you. Most respected Director cum Vice Chancellor of prestigious Institute ICAR-IVRI Jitnagar, Dr. Triveni sir. Dr. Sanjeev Kumar Dhiman, Director Department of Animal Husbandry, Himachal Pradesh. My Joint Director colleague, Dr. S.K. Mehta, Joint Director Academic, sir. Dr. Roopsi Tiwari, Madam, Joint Director Extension Education, and the real architect of this particular workshop, Dr. Soni De, Madam, Joint Director Catred, Joint Director Palampur, ROH, Regional Center Palampur, in charge Dr. Gorakmal, who is organizing this workshop, and all Joint Director of the Mukteshwar, Dr. YPS Malik Saab, and Dr. Parya Chaudhary sir, and all heads of division, those who are present here or join online, all scientists, and above all the participants who will spare a valuable time for this workshop. So again, welcome to you all, and this is a technical session, and this session is co-chaired by Dr. Birbal Singh, and we have two rapporteurs, Dr. Suma and Dr. Ajayta, and I will request both the rapporteurs to record the proceedings accordingly, and this session is coordinated by Dr. Rinku Sharma and Dr. Akhilesh Kumar. As far as this technical session is concerned, there are four topics, very important topics, very pertinent to this workshop, and there are four learned speakers are there. In the series of that, the first is ICAR-IVRI technology. What technology has been developed by this prestigious institute for the nation. And some of the technology, they are very worth for the state of Himachal Pradesh also. So with this small background, I think Dr. Bablu Kumar, who is the in charge Institute Technology and he's a very experienced scientist in this particular field, and he is going to present the glimpse of ICAR-IVRI technology. And I request Dr. Bablu for this.
Thank you, sir. So, most respected Honorable Director and today's Chief Guest, Dr. Triveni sir, Dr. Sanjeev Kumar Dhiman, Director Animal Husbandry, Himachal Pradesh, and today's guest of honor, all the joint directors of the main campus and the regional center, head of the department, HRC, faculty members, and all the participants. And today's the chairman, co-chairman, and the reporter of this session. So I am going to present in brief the bird eye view of IVRI technology. So IVRI has always been at the forefront towards developing the cutting edge technologies for improving animal health and production. So for better understanding, we have classified this technology into different categories. Though the majority of our technology that includes the vaccines and diagnostic, some other technologies they include the therapeutics, feed technology, livestock product technology, surgical devices, reproduction technology, miscellaneous technology, and the copyright and ICT. So we have a very rich technology portfolio that can be vouchsafed from our technology profile. So out of 99 registered, 34 patent has been granted, 25 design registered, 46 copyright registered, and 47 technology has been transferred to 160 organization. So for the categorization, we have our assigned the 64 technologies that has been assigned to Agri-Innovate. That includes the 18 vaccine, 9 diagnostic, 14 engineering tools, 8 animal feed technology, 7 livestock product technology, 7 therapeutics, and that has been also 47 technology that commercialized to 163 organizations. So starting from the vaccine technology, we have commercialized 13, 8 as that patented, and 18 has been assigned to Agri-Innovate. Starting from, we have categorized the species wise. So some of the technologies for the cattle and buffalo, the vaccine technologies. So first one, that is a classical example that how can institute came to a rapid action and developed to on-time vaccine for a disease that has created havoc in the country. That was the lumpy skin disease. So in collaboration with NRC Equine, we developed a live attenuated lumpy skin disease skin vaccine that is a very potent vaccine. And apart from that, we are now moving towards the control and eradication under the control program of Government of India, some of the diseases that includes the brucella also. So for the control and eradication, we will be requiring some of the Diva vaccine. So the Diva vaccine for the brucella abortus strain 19 has been developed. And also we are moving towards the new generation vaccines that includes the thermotolerant FMD vaccines and some of the inactivated gene deleted IVR vaccines and the negative marker FMD vaccines. That is the vaccines of the future that will be used very efficiently for the control of any diseases. So these are the vaccines for the cattle and buffalo. Then we have also a range of vaccines for the small animal that includes the PPR, that the old one Sungri 96 vaccine, that is a very efficient vaccine that has led to the decrease of the incident of the disease very significantly. Then also includes the goat pox and sheep pox vaccine, that is the indigenous vaccine developed by the strains indigenous strain. And towards the next generation, we have developed the thermo-adapted PPR negative marker vaccines that will be used in the next phase of control and eradication of this disease. And we have also now moving towards the development of combined vaccine to successfully devise the combined vaccine, that is PPR goat pox and PPR sheep pox has been already been developed and transferred to the company. Some of the vaccines for the pig we also have, that is one of the very important and devastating disease of sheep, that is the classical swine fever. So two different vaccines for the classical swine fever has been developed at the institute. And we also have an inactivated vaccine against the Japanese encephalitis as well as the septic pastoralised vaccine in the pig. Some vaccines for the poultry and other animal species that includes the SPP Gumboro disease, that is one of its kind of this first recombinant vaccines for the poultry that has been developed at the institute. Then we have vaccines live attenuated for the duck plague, then camel pox, then we have also a vaccine in pipeline for the canine distemper, and the canine parvovirus has also been developed at this institute. So they have been commercialized to the number of industry. So most of the technology. So in IVRI, we develop technology and transfer to the industries. So most of these technologies, they have been transferred to significant number of industrial houses, and they are taking care of the maintaining the supply chain of these vaccines. Similarly, these are also the list of the vaccinology that has been commercialized. So apart from diagnostic, we have some important diagnostic technology, vaccine diagnostic technology also. That includes the indirect lysa for Newcastle disease, IBD, IB, and also indirect lysa and comparative for blue tongue, sandwich lysa for the blue tongue. Then for PPR, also sandwich and PPR. Then we have two diagnostic for JE. Then we have a synthetic peptide based lysa for animal rotavirus and also the FMD. Apart from that, we have a number of animal feed technology that is mainly aimed to improve the feed utilization, nutrient requirement, and also the conservation of seeds. That include the cold press technology for urea molasses mineral block, then CCFB and urea molasses liquid block diet, molasses based multi-nutrient and supplement for the nutrient, novel feed supplement for the cattle and buffalo in Indo-Gangetic plains. We also have a farming system based area specific mineral mixture and some of the probiotics like lactobacillus, and recently a technology for the methane emissions has control for the control of methane emission has also been developed and commercialized, that is the methlo. So some of the therapeutic agents that includes the herbal treatment targeting towards acaricide, tick infestation. Then also we have some herbal for the treatment of fluorosis, diarrhea, and some cutting edge technology of mesenchymal stem cell based formulations for treatment of the wound. And we have a very important technology that has been adopted by a number of entrepreneurs, that is the Jayagopal vermiculture culture. In the livestock product technology, there are very important technologies that is very much in high demand for the small entrepreneurs. That is includes the ready to eat meat and milk products. And we also have some of the technology that monitors the technology of the feed, that mainly includes the identification system for cattle, buffalo, and pig meat to thus alleviate the mixing of the animal feed. And we have also indicator based system that indicates the transparent supply chain of this feed. So this technology ensures the technology of this feed and the food safety. Then we also have some surgical devices like fracture fixation, locking plate, urinary catheter, external fixative and locking plate. So there are some surgical designs. Then engineering designs from the and management system, that is the restraining device, feed block making machine, tractor driven portable feed block making, herbal animal catcher. So they are some of the technologies that is important for the nutrition and management, and they are the technology they are involved in the animals production. So some of them they include the crystoscope, fetal extractor, cyst ablation, internal genital injection system, semen thawing device, crucial cleaning. So they are important for the animal production species. So we have also a number of technology that is copyright and ICAR tool to create awareness and educate the people who are taking this. So in this, we have already filed 51 copyright, 46 registered, and there are 27 mobile apps. So in different languages, they had been developed. Apart from that, we also have developed some of the important chatbots that are very important. They're getting very much useful in these days. So with this, thank you very much for the presentation. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you, Dr. Bablu, for really giving the glimpse of the ICAR-IVRI technology. Many other technology, they are already commercialized and they are available in the market. And I think he has shown all those technology which may be of immense use for the Himachal Pradesh. I think if any kind of the request or remark from those who are joined online as a participant, if they wish, they can talk directly to Dr. Bablu or Dr. Nupsitwari madam. So thank you, Dr. Bablu, for giving a time and especially highlighting our issue technology. And if you see the second talk of this session it is a very important talk. As far as you see, the role of nutrition is very immense, and followed by that, reproduction comes next. So that's why this talk has been kept. How to improve the reproductive health of bovine through infertility management. This infertility is a major problem, and it has been highlighted by in the survey which has been summarized by Dr. Nupsitwari madam. And to present this topic, Dr. MH Khan, who is the head animal reproduction division, I think he will justify this talk, and it will be very useful for the veterinary officer of the Himachal Pradesh. With this small background, I request Dr. MH Khan to deliver his talk.
Thank you, sir. Most respected and honorable Director cum Vice Chancellor, IVRI, and Director, Department of Animal Husbandry, Government of Himachal Pradesh, all the Joint Directors of IVRI Azatnagar, Joint Directors of Regional Centers, Head of the Regional Stations, distinguished Head of the Departments, scientists who are present here and join online, and all the government officials who are joining online this program. I will be discussing about the reproductive health management and how we can deal with the infertility through this. Now, we can see there are the 4 standard indicators of fertility in dairy cattle. First is the age at first calving, and indigenous cattle is 36 to 48 months. In exotic cattle is 30 to 36 months. In buffalo, 40 to 50 months. Second important indicator is services per conception, and it should be less than 2, and ideally it should be 1.6 or 1.7. Intercalving interval in cattle 12 to 14 months, in buffalo 15 to 20 months. And service period, it should be between 60 to 90 days. But we have seen in the last 2 to 3 decades that bovine fertility has gone down, and we have seen the rising trend in the infertility in bovines. Let's have a look about the incidence of anistus and repeat breeding in cattle and buffaloes in different states. And we have seen around 35% incidence of anistus in cattle, and which varies among the various states. And likewise in anistus in buffalo also is 28 to 30%. Statewide variation is there. Incidence of repeat breeding, if you see, that average is 23%, and there is a statewide variation again. And in buffaloes also, there is 20% incidence of the repeat breeding is seen. We have also seen the endometritis cases also increasing, and buffalo in cattle and buffalo both. The infertility is a temporary loss of fertility that results either in the failure to produce or delay in the producing of the normal live calf. And as we know, it is a very complex and multifactorial problem. And infertility is manifested either in the form of anistrus or repeat breeding. So we will discuss the case one by one. And the bovine infertility is multifactorial, as we have seen that this may be due to nutritional deficiency of energy, protein, essential minerals, and vitamins. Genetic causes are important factors. Congenital abnormalities like the ovarian hypoplasia, aplasia, and the various congenital abnormalities of the reproductive tracts. Chronic systemic diseases or heavy parasitic infestation also causes infertility. Postpartum complications like the prolapse and pyometra, etc. Managemental factors like the hygiene, sanitation, and ventilations. Endocrine disorder also play a very important role, like the deficiency of the hormones like progesterone, LH, etc. And poor semen quality, one of the major problems of bovine infertility. Environmental factors like the high temperature and humidity index. Unskilled AI technician is also one of the important factors of the bovine infertility. Now, apart from this, there are several risk factors associated with this, like age. As the animal become aged, the infertility problems increasing. Parity, the animal is more than 4 parity, then infertility condition increases. Body condition score, if it is less than 2.5, there will be more infertility cases. Milk production, infertility is mainly seen in the high producing animals. Environmental condition also very important factor, like the high THI index and system of rearing of the animals. Now, let's take the first anistrus condition. If we examine the case of anistrus, and if we examine rectally the ovary, we will find 3 conditions. Number 1, the ovary may be smooth, or ovaries may be abnormal, or there will be a persistent corpus luteum. If the ovaries are smooth, that may be due to season. The out of season, some animals are seasonal breeder, like the buffaloes, and during the breeding season, there will be follicular activity, and non-breeding season, the ovaries will be smooth. Nutrition. If animals are fed with low plane of nutrition, the ovaries will be smooth, no follicular activity, and the absence of estrus. Lactation, high-yielding animals will also show the smooth ovaries. Second condition, the abnormal ovary. Abnormal ovary may be, there will be aplasia of the ovary or hypoplasia of the ovary. There will be ovarian cyst, like the luteal cyst of the ovary, and ovarian adhesion of the ovary with the surrounding structures. In these conditions, in the first cases, there will be deficiency of the gonadotropin hormones that will lead to anistrus condition. And the third condition is the persistent corpus luteum. If the animal is pregnant, there will be a persistent CL, and animal will not come into heat. Second condition may be the uterine pathology, like the mummification, maceration, hydrometra, mucometra, and pyometra, etc. In these cases, there will be no PGF-alpha secretion, and the animal will be in anistrus. So, how to deal with the anistrus cases? Number 1, first of all, we have to rule out that animal is pregnant. Rule out the pregnancy first, then also rule out the congenital defect. Rule out that there is no congenital defect in the urinary tract. Uterine pathological condition like the pyometra, mucometra, hydrometra, these conditions we have to rule out. And ovarian cyst, we have to check whether the animal is having the ovarian cyst or not. If we rule out this condition, and again the animal is not coming in the heat, then first of all, deworm the animal first. Deworming the animals, then supplementation of the mineral mixture. If area-specific mineral mixture is available, you provide it. Otherwise, any standard mineral mixture you can purchase from the market. Balanced diet is very important. Balanced diet in the sense that the energy and the protein is fulfilled, and minerals and vitamins also. Twice daily observation of heat through bull parading. Herbal heat inducers. There are some herbal heat inducers available in the market. Hormonal supplementation can be given at the end. Now, ICAR-IVRI also has developed some herbal heat inducers like curry leaves and bay leaf. If we dry these 2 leaves and make it a powder, mix into 1:1 ratio, and feed it for 7 days, 200 gram daily, then animal will come into heat within a 7 to 10 days. Second is preparation by IVRI, it's IVRI Fertisure. It is the combination of the minerals that can be fed to the animals for 10 days, and animal will show the heat symptoms between 9 to 35 days. There are other herbal preparations available in you can give, like the 20 gram of the methi seeds. Soaked methi seeds can be given to the animals. Germinated grams, 200 grams per day for a week can be given to the animal, and it induces the heat. 1 kg of the onion, that is the fresh onion, that can be given, that can be fed. 2 to 3 kg of the unripe papaya may be given for 4 to 5 days. It also induces the heat. And satavari 100 gram every alternate day given for 10 days. And ashoka leaves 130 grams for 24 days. These herbs can be fed to the animals for onset of heat. Now, hormonal treatment can be given at the end. There are several hormones available, like the prostaglandin, 1 injection or double injection doses, GnRH and prostaglandin in combination, progesterone, prostaglandin and GnRH combination, and GnRH, prostaglandin and GnRH, like the Cosinch and Usinch protocol. These hormonal treatment can also be given to anesthetic cases. Now coming to the etiology of the repeat breeding. Repeat breeding occurs either due to failure of fertilization or early embryonic mortality. If there is a failure of fertilization, that may be due to anovulation or delayed ovulation from the ovary, defective ovum, sperm defect or poor sperm quality, improper timing of artificial insemination, congenital defects like the patency, tubal patency, and ovarian cyst like the luteal cyst. It may be due to early embryonic mortality. Early embryonic mortality may be because of the clinical or subclinical endometritis, hormonal insufficiency like the deficiency of the progesterone and LH, nutritional deficiency, deficiency of certain vitamins and minerals, environmental factors like the high THI index, and toxins available in the feed. And strategies to improve the repeat breeder animals: check the animals, check whether the heat detection is proper or not, and categorize into 2 types: inadequate heat detection and adequate heat detection. If there is inadequate heat detection, that you can increase the duration and frequency of heat detection, preferably 2 to 3 times a day, and use a teether bull instead of manual heat detection method. Implement ester synchronization like the timed AI protocol, Usinch and Cosinch protocol, etc. And if the heat detection is proper, then check the pattern of ester cycle, whether the ester cycle is regular or irregular, short cycle or normal cycle. Then you can find out there is a case of delayed ovulation or it is the case of early embryonic mortality. Now, this is the fixed time artificial insemination protocol, that is Usinch protocol, and day 0 GnRH is given. Then after 7 days we give PGF2 alpha. Again after 2 days we give GnRH, and then after 8 to 20 hours we check the animal and go for AI. How to deal the cases of repeat breeding? First of all, we have to rule out the error in the heat detection, incorrect timing of AI, incorrect AI technique, and endometritis. If these things are ruled out, then if the animal is early repeater, that means it's repeating less than 25 days post AI, then administers GnRH at the time of AI. GnRH should be administered at the time of AI, or you can administer HCG 4 to 5 days post AI. If the animal is late repeater, then between it coming to heat within 35 to 40 days, then administer GnRH at 11 to 12 days post AI. So this was all about the reproductive management cases. Rest we can discuss during the discussion. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Khan, for giving me very important information as far as the control of the infertility is concerned. And it is a pan-India problem, but it is also a problem in Himachal Pradesh. Sometimes severity and intensity of the problem may vary. Otherwise, more or less the problem remains same. I think this talk has definitely it is going to help those who are really handling the animals and they wish to treat the animals very effectively. So thanks again, Dr. M.H. Khan. And the third important aspect of the animal husbandry is the health and how to keep animal healthy. With that intention, I think this topic has been given to Dr. K.K. Razak. The topic of this session is vaccine and vaccination against economically important disease of small ruminant. Small ruminant husbandry is a important husbandry, as in the morning director animal husbandry has pointed out. It is a very important animals which are being reared in the Himachal Pradesh, and they set the economy of the that state. Also very important for rural livelihood. So Dr. Razak is a very experienced scientist in the field of vaccinology, and he's a really so I request Dr. Razak to present his talk. Dr. Razak.
Thank you, sir. Most Honorable Director, sir, Director Animal Husbandry, Himachal Pradesh, all the Joint Director of Main Campus and Regional Station, HORC, Head of Department, all the participants, and dear colleagues. So I'm here to give an overview of vaccine and vaccination against economically important disease of small ruminant. If we see the livestock population, so sheep and goat playing a tremendous role in the economy of the livestock. And if you see, there is a increasing trend we have seen since last 3 census, and the number in parentheses is population presently in the Himachal Pradesh. If we see the sector share of the livestock, small ruminant in the livestock population, so it is also quite good in percent wise. If you see the geography of Himachal Pradesh, it is quite a mixture of that, and Himalayan range is also covering to that Himachal Pradesh, and foothills and some plain area are also there. So based on that geography, so the climatic zone is also divided in that, and we can experience all type of climatic zone, and that coming from this temperate to alpine to tropical, and in this climatic zone, the animal husbandry is really playing a crucial role. So if you see the feeding practices of sheep and goat being practiced in that particular region, or especially in the hilly region, so pasture grazing and grazing in orchard is the main practices being carried out. And the concentrate wise, what we are giving is mostly homemade concentrate, fed only to the productive animal, and women are really playing a major role in this. Coming to the healthcare practices, which I am going to speak on. So mostly peoples are, especially in the remote area, the farmers are mostly dependent on the local remedies whenever the animal got sick, and they are not very much aware of animal health care or the vaccination on treatment policies. So some of the terminology I have given, I'm not going to in detail. If you see the prioritization of the disease, so globally the disease has been prioritized for the small ruminant, and if you see the PPR is coming on the top in a small ruminant, and recently the DADF and FAO has prioritized the disease in our country, and half of the 50% of the listed disease are from the small ruminant origin, and you can see the here hemorrhagic septicemia, CPOX, PPR already is there in the control program, FMD, brucellosis and all. So the small ruminant disease is playing a crucial role in the rearing of sheep and goat as well as in the livestock husbandry. And so we'll take one by one, as we have seen in the introductory remark by Director Animal Husbandry. PPR is coming in big way, and not only in the Himachal, but this is a problem, national problem. So for that, Government of India has launched the control program, and by 2030 we are going to control the disease, and we have to control the disease by mass vaccination. The disease is mostly related to the alimentary canal and the respiratory tract, and the symptoms wise, they will, if you see the symptoms, definitely it will be means related to the respiratory tract involving symptoms like prodinasal discharge, mucopollen discharges. Then you will see the necrotic lesions. Then in advanced stage, tongue erosions, and then diarrhea will start, and animal will die if they will not have the sufficient immunity to this by 11th or 12th day. So to control this, IVRI has developed very good vaccine, and fortunately the name Sungri is coming from the Himachal Pradesh. The place is from Himachal. So Sungri 96 we have taken as a vaccine strain, and we are using 1 ml vaccine at the age of 3 months onwards. And if we see the graph, so the impact of the vaccine, so when the mass vaccination started somewhere in around 2010 or 11, the disease has come down drastically after vaccination. So this is the impact of the vaccine PPR, and so many private partners, they are producing the vaccine and being used in the field condition. Now the next one is the goat pox and sheep pox, which is also quite a problematic, as narrated by Director Sir, Himachal Pradesh, in his introductory remark. And this also prevalent mostly in the hilly regions, and the disease is mostly in the means present in the hairless area where the nodules and papules will be formed. And in advanced stage, when the animal will recover, the bad scar will come on their skins, and which is having the very means loss in economy of the hides, we can say. And for this, we are also having a very good vaccine developed by IVRI itself, and we are having both for the goat pox as well as sheep pox vaccine, and for controlling the disease, and they are working very nicely, and quite a number of companies, they are producing this vaccine. Now, as sir was also discussing about the ORF, the problem of ORF, we have also seen when I was at Uttarakhand. So this ORF is a really means a big problem when the immunity of the animal down, either by the occurrence of the disease or some stress. So this disease get flare-ups, and animal will remain in tremendous pain. And these lesions, if you see lesions, they are mostly located to the commissure, oral commissures, and they are very tender in nature. And even a small if they will touch somewhere, the huge blood will come out. So that is the main issue. Otherwise, it is a self-limiting disease, and it will come out after some time. After 1 or 2 weeks, it will be automatically subside. Though we have tried a vaccine for this also. Next is the blue tongue. Blue tongue, since the global warming and the increase in these vectors has increased this disease incidence also and now it was confined to the southern part and the plain area. Now it is going to the hilly region also, and the cheilicoides is creating health problem. And recently, this is our happy situation. Recently, with the help of Tanuvas and IVRI, they have developed one pentavalent vaccine, wherein the most prevalent serotype 1, 2, 10, 16, and 23 has been incorporated to make the inactivated vaccine. And this vaccine is being produced by this Indian Municipals as well as the Brilliant Biopharma. The another important viral disease is FMD, and this is also a national problem. Not only the problem of hilly area or particular area, this is a national problem. Though the symptom is very mild in small ruminant, but it is having significance in the disease transmission or spread. And for the control of this, we are using the same trivalent vaccine, having OA and ACR1, 1 ml deep in intramuscular routes, and we are giving the booster after 1 month of primary vaccination and annual revaccination. And quite a number of private firm also they are producing this vaccine and being used in the field condition under the control program as well. Now, switching from viral to bacterial diseases, the most important is ET, the enterotoxemia vaccine, enterotoxemia disease, which is again a big problem to the small ruminants, where this particular disease is caused by Clostridium perfringens, which is a gram-positive bacteria, and it will cause the problem in the kidney, alimentary canal, and some nervous symptoms, and there is a sudden death due to toxins released of the bacteria. And to control this, we already vaccines are there, the formalin inactivated culture, where the two Clostridium perfringens type C and D being used for the preparation of the vaccine, and it is coming in the name of Raksha ET or Bio ET by the different companies. So we can save the from this disease by using this particular vaccines. The second one is the food rot, which is again a big challenge for all of us. Even the IVRI is also trying hard to come up with the solution and with the vaccine. So, Honorable Director Sir is pressing hard, and he is motivating us to do some work and come up with the vaccine, good vaccine. But as of now, we don't have any vaccine, but we can have some management. We can go for some treatment like as per the literature, the antibiotics and the food bath for 2 minutes using 10% copper sulfate or zinc sulfate or 3% formalin may give some alleviation, or some, it will give some something to the it will kill the bacteria. Though now the next one is the HS or pasteurellosis, which is again characterized by the edema in the neck region, or we can say the mandibular region, you can say appreciate here, and in the severe case there is a consolidation in the lung. And for this also the vaccine is already there in the market, and the Pasteurella multocida serotype by B2 and E2 is being used, multocida 52 is used for the vaccination of the animal. Now the next one is the brucellosis, which is having some zoonotic importance, wherein the male counterpart will have enlarged testicles, and there is a hygroma and abortion in the female. And this also, though the vaccine is particularly used for this small ruminants from REF1 origin, and which is not practiced in our country, but in other country the REF1 vaccine is being used for controlling this disease. The next disease is again the tetanus, which is also known as lockjaw, caused by Clostridium tetani, which is non-contagious in nature, and generally through wound infection this particularly infection will go, and there is a rigor mortis develop very quickly, and congestion of the spinal cord, lung hyperemia. You can appreciate that through these pictures, and we can go for the supportive treatment, or if we can go for the combined vaccine now coming as Raksha ET, enterotoxemia with tetanus toxoid vaccine already in the market. We can use as per the instruction and save our animal from this dreadful disease. Another one is the anthrax, which is also not so common in the hilly region, but in in the plain, the small ruminant is also getting affected by this. Okay. And to safeguard this animal from this, we are having a Sterni strain anthrax spore vaccine produced by a different company, IIL, and we can use 0.5 ml subcutaneously to protect from the disease. And the last one is the black water, wherein there is a skeletal muscle degeneration, or you can say gangrenous myositis in the skeleton muscle due to the infection of Clostridium shopii, which is a gram-positive bacteria, and animal will be in great pain, and it will have lameness and gangrene of the muscles. So to prevent this, we are having a Clostridium shopii strain 1949 vaccine, which can be administered 1 ml subcutaneously to the animal. So So if you see, summarize the vaccine schedule. So we are having so many vaccine, but in Toto, we are going for the vaccination against PPR, FMD, then goat pox and CPOX, anthrax, black quarter, enterotoxemia, hemorrhagic septicemia, and brucellosis. Although some of the new diseases or re-emerging or emerging diseases vaccines are still not included or not in the market or in the production. So we can use once it is in the market by different companies. So when we are going for the vaccination, so there are certain facts we need to know, though we are all well aware of all these facts, but I will give an glimpses for this vaccination. The number one is, so vaccination should not be done in the pregnant animal as they are in immunosuppressed condition, and when we are administering the vaccine, the immune response may not be that much and it will further stress the animal. Avoid using poor quality vaccine. So vaccine, if we are not keeping properly, so it will lose the efficacy, and if we are using that vaccine, it may not be sufficient enough to mount the immune response. We have to follow the proper cold chain. We'll discuss in subsequent slide. Then we have to go for the deworming before vaccination to have a better response, and we have to avoid the vaccination of infected or diseased animal. And before vaccination, we should not what we should not do during the vaccination. When we are going for the vaccination, we should always avoid some antibiotic like sulfa drug, or we cannot go for the deworming during that time. Then we have to keep the animal stress free for 2 weeks after the vaccination, because that 2 weeks is a window where the antibody will mount and proper response will come. So during these 2 weeks, the window is very susceptible and the animal will be in stress. So we have to keep the animal stress free. When we are there is a difference between the vaccination and treatment. So when we are going for the vaccination, our major motto is to go for the preventive measure and protect from the disease. And it will take time. When we are going for the treatment using antibiotic or something like that, it will act quickly. But here the vaccination is a preventive measure which protect the animal from the disease, stimulate the immune system, trigger the antibodies, and prevent the negative effects like reduce the growth rate, abortion, and low fertility. So we have to follow some guidelines. As already I have discussed few points in the earlier slide. So we have to go for the vaccination at the right time. Right time is whenever there is a need, and when there is a recommendation, we have to follow that recommendation, and right time, right age. Always we have to check for the detail of mode of administration. At what mode of administration we have to give the vaccine. If relevant check is if the vaccine is licensed for use in pregnancy, so definitely we have to go check whether the vaccine is really compatible with the pregnant animal or not. If there is no means contraindicated in pregnant animal, we should avoid the vaccination. We have to vaccinate the right amount of the antigen. Means we have to, if 2 ml we have to give exact 2 ml of the dose, so that the desired immune response will come. We have to give the vaccine at the right place where the site of the vaccination should be mentioned in the booklet, and we have to follow that one. And most of the common site in small ruminants are near neck region. So, and we have to always quarantine the newly vaccinated animal to see whether there is any untoward effect there or not. Then only we can mix with our existing population. At least we have to go for 14 days to 20 days, 21 days quarantine. Then we have to keep the vaccine record of each animal, and definitely the age of vaccination is also playing a paramount importance for each and every vaccine. Now coming to the vaccination program. So generally we are going for the 2 vaccinations program. One is systematic vaccination, where infected or endemic country is practicing to prevent the disease from the endemic diseases, or in disease-free country. These are regular practices where the systemic vaccination is being practiced. Now the second one is emergency vaccine, which are being carried out during the emergency or during the phase of outbreak, when the unaffected animal or healthy animal to the periphery is vaccinated to boost the immunity. So this can be achieved by a different way. One is called the barrier vaccination system, where the nave area along with the boundaries of larger area like the country or the continent is being vaccinated. The second one is called the blanket vaccination, where the vaccination of all susceptible animals is vaccinated. The third one, which are most commonly being practiced in field condition, is ring vaccination, where the point from the outbreak to the 5-kilometer periphery, we are vaccinating the animal and to make an immune ring, so that the spread of the outbreak will not go beyond that vaccinated population. And the fourth one is targeted vaccine, where the most susceptible animal is we are vaccinating. So now coming to the vaccine logistics, storage and handling, which is very important when we are in the field condition. So generally we are storing the vaccine at 2 to 8 degrees centigrade, especially the inactivated vaccine, and we should not go for the freezing, as the freezing will go for the phase separation if it is adjuvanted vaccine, and it will lose the efficacy. Live vaccine generally also we can store at 2 to 8 degree for smaller duration. But if you have to store at longer period, we can go for means even the lower temperature, -20 or so. And the temperature monitoring of the storage equipment is always necessary to means monitor. And the transport system, what we are using to transport the vaccine, we have to also monitor the temperature in that particular equipment, whether the proper temperature is being maintained or not. Now the most common is the handling precaution, which we are generally not following and taking it very casually. The handling precaution is we should always protect our vaccine from extreme heat, freezing, or exposing to the direct sunlight, or because most of the vaccine are there photosensitive in nature and they are thermolabile in nature. So we have to have such precaution. If we see the vaccination equipment, where we have to maintain the proper hygiene or cleanliness of the vaccine syringe, what we are using, then cleaning process we have to follow, means as per the recommended guideline. If you are using the guns and all, we have to avoid the harsh disinfectants, so that the vaccine efficacy is not compromised. Then the last 2 point is very important, the correct needle use. So we have to use a very correct needle, otherwise the needle induced injury is very common, and we have to have a suitable needle for the vaccine. Then the last one, which is a main culprit, when a farmer will come to you and tell after vaccination we have got vaccine disease. So we should always follow the policy of 1 syringe per animal. So if you are using the 1 syringe per animal, the chances of proliferating or transmitting the disease from one animal to other will be minimized. So with all this, I would like to conclude my topics with that small ruminant is playing a pivotal role for the very landless and marginal small farmers, and they are helping in their economy. Though we are having balanced and adequate nutrition, then scientific management practices, but the vaccination play a pivotal role among all and most effective preventive tool to protect animal health and improving the productivity. With this, I would like to thanks for your patience hearing. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Dr. Kaushal, for a very eye-soothing and very effective presentation.
Thank you, sir.
And I think you have covered almost all important diseases which may be encountered in Himachal Pradesh. I think these PowerPoint presentation will really help. And you have covered even many do's and don't do's while going for vaccination and controlling the animal disease program. So thank you again. Now another important area is the parasitic diseases. You see, as far as the hilly states are concerned, parasitic infestation is an important problem.
Sir,
And
excuse me. I want to speak something about foot rot vaccine.
okay, sir. Okay.
So I want to know the latest status, if there is some kind of research is going on for the development of foot rot vaccine. I want to know in IVR, some IVR institute or some other institutions, foot rot vaccine. So I will speak.
The Rinku,
I will tell about foot rot.
so you have to highlight that this program we have already initiated under challenging and emerging disease, SIDA. Network programs. We have already taken one network programs, and you are also participating scientists in the network, and and some work is also Dr. Primanshu is also looking after this activity. So please, I think you have to just detail out what work you have taken till now, or what is your future target.
Sir, I am going to tell.
Okay,
I will tell, sir.
Dr. Pavaiya.
Yes, I am going to tell.
Dr. Rinku, yeah.
Am I audible?
Sir is saying, sir.
Hello?
Yes, sir. Sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I will actually brief about the foot rot, because we have taken this very important disease in AINP SEDA program. And very recently, we also had our annual review meeting at Bangalore with the DDG Animal Science and ADG Animal Health. So foot rot, to inform about the foot rot, we have the work done at 3 centers, one at Srinagar, College of Veterinary Science, one at ICAR-IVRI Palampur, and one Dr. Subhas Verma at College of Veterinary Science at Himachal Pradesh, Palampur. So 3 centers we are working on foot rot, and so far as vaccine is concerned, let me inform the House that foot rot vaccine has already been one developed at Srinagar campus by Dr. Mohammad Altaf Bhatt, and that vaccine is inactivated vaccine, but it is yet to be commercialized. The reason we asked him why, because he developed this vaccine in his previous work, apart from SEDA. He has not developed it in SEDA, but in previous work. So he says there is no taker. Commercialization is not being done because there is no company ready to take, because there is no market for this vaccine, or very less market, because foot rot comes seasonally. When you see there is rainy season or swampy their environment, then only this foot rot comes up. So one constraint was told that marketing properly. That's why commercialization is not happening for that vaccine. Of course, now he is developing under SEDA recombinant vaccine for foot rot, for Fusobacterium and Diclobacter, both combined. So this work is already being done. So far as vaccine is concerned, I would request Director Himachal Pradesh Animal Husbandry, they may contact Srinagar College of Veterinary Science. Dr. Mohammad Bhatt is there. So he is the head microbiology, and he will tell you about the already available vaccine that is there. They may be using it locally there, but not has come in market. That is the. So, yes, we are taking up in our SEDA program. Already in Himachal, 2 centers are there. One ICAR-IVRI Palampur, one is College of Veterinary Science Palampur, and third one is at Srinagar. So let us being. Sir, I have visited Jammu Kashmir in January or February month, and I personally visited that state microbiology lab where they are producing it, and results are very good. Although they are in they are in trial basis. They are vaccinating in their government-run farms. And what they told me was the result was almost 85 to 90%. So you are saying that in Palampur also there is some work going on for the vaccine production, and in College of Veterinary Sciences also. If people are connected from College of Veterinary Sciences, they can update. If somebody is connected from College of Veterinary Sciences Palampur, he can share some update. But really, I'm telling you that in our flocks in Himachal Pradesh, this is a very serious problem. It is causing huge economic loss to the shepherds. Though it is area specific, as you have said, that it is mostly in our northern state where migration is taking place. But it is a very big problem in our flocks, more than any disease. And although animal doesn't die here, but the economic loss is huge. If you see the count of animals they are affected, so it's a big loss that I can share you someday later. But my request will be to, we can't leave with this point. There are only a few states where this problem is there. So I want some effort from higher authorities in IVRI, Ijat Nagar, for the further direction to their institution, so that this work is speed up, and we can hope some commercial vaccine is available within 1 or 2 year. Although we are also trying some vaccine from the some other country also, where there is some problem of foot rot, and I have been told that vaccine is available somewhere in foreign countries also. But my request will be to please speed up the work, and I will also write to the HP Veterinary College authorities to kindly take this matter seriously. And if we can organize meeting with the J&K Animal Husbandry Department along with the Sher-e-Kashmir Agriculture University, they are providing technical detail to that state Animal Husbandry Department. So that will be fruitful, and in near future we can hope there will be some meeting of these stakeholders in this foot rot vaccine production. So this was my point. Second, I will request to our director, sir, to please arrange some lecture about the startup in animal husbandry sector. As I've seen here in Himachal, people have started doing something about this startup in animal husbandry sector. They are trying different things. They are combining a wool plus hemp for the fibers in the sheep wool sector. Plus, there is a market for dried meat in our Himalayan region, which is of very good quality. So people are also doing it. So my request will be to provide some technical guidance to those people, or if funding is available, then locally if IVRI Palampur branch, they can provide some literature, or they can provide some training to our farmers, our sheep breeders regarding this startup or other kind of startup which can be started in animal husbandry sector. So that will be beneficial. This was my request.
Thank you, Dr. Neeman.
Let me supplement a little bit, sir, about foot rot also.
Okay, please go ahead.
His concern is very valid, because it is not only seasonal, not only in hilly areas, in even plain areas also. I have seen the cases in Rajasthan when I was in CIRG. Several cases come up in rainy season. Even in south also these cases come up. So one center we have in south also in Andhra Pradesh, Gannavaram. So far as the Srinagar vaccine is concerned, our DDG has asked Dr. Mohammad Bhatt to send a letter to the Vice Chancellor, so that this vaccine can be taken up in Agri Innovate, where commercialization opportunities can be explored. So that is one. Another one, yes, Palampur, both the centers are working very hard. They have already worked on prevalence studies and isolated even bacteria also. And those cultures, definitely we will be able to bring up a vaccine for that. If that's-
Excuse me, sir. Sir, I would also like to add one point here, sir. Sir, the vaccine which has been developed by the Kashmir Center, actually it contains the serotype B. And there are 11 serotypes of this bacteria, like Diclobacter nodosus.
That is
So that,
also one.
yes, sir. So that is inactivated vaccine of serogroup B. So, but so we need to study what is the actual situation in Himachal Pradesh. Like, sir, in the last year, we started this project in October 2024. And during our study, we found that maybe the earlier time was different, but now 99% of our serogroups, they belong to serogroup E. So,
E.
like, sir, so we had 47 Diclobacter isolates. So 33, they were of serogroup E and only 4 were of serogroup B. So, sir, looking into the present scenario, we need to develop new vaccines also, or maybe multivalent or bivalent or trivalent vaccines, so that we are sure that cross protection is there. So maybe the Kashmir vaccine we can try, but more work is needed so that we can come out with the best vaccine. Most in all probability, a multivalent vaccine, sir. So that is another
Serogroup
point.
B and serogroup E, those two strains he had.
Yes.
But and I think in Himachal serogroup E is quite more prevalent.
More prevalent, yes, sir.
Serogroup E will be actually helpful.
Dr. Rinku,
Anji, sir. Yes, sir.
so what is your finding? Which sero group is prevalent in Himachal Pradesh?
Sir, it is E. E.
Commonly prevalent, na?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And what is the this JNK report?
So
D.
they have more of B, and the vaccine is also based on E only. Sorry, B only. B, sir.
They have
Yes.
two serogroups, sir, B and E.
Obvious that vaccines may not work at if we use in Himachal Pradesh.
Yes,
Okay.
sir. Yes, sir.
Actually, this we are working
Yes, sir.
sincerely since last 1 year, 1.5 year
Yes, sir.
to this vaccine. So, what is your take on what you have isolated already?
Sir, in this, actually, we have started the procedure, and when this flock will come, now the migratory flock will come down. So we have already planned it, and we will be attempting the isolation, sir. So we are confident, sir, that we will be able to isolate both Diclobacter as well as Fusobacterium.
So, what if work is accelerated and
Yes, sir.
manpower and the human resources and other things is totally back given to you,
Yes,
whatever
sir.
either human resources in terms of young professionals, in
Yes,
terms
sir.
other you see this collecting sample is also
Very critical, sir. Yes, sir.
required human resources given to you.
Yes, sir.
What is our timeline?
Sir, exactly timeline, sir. I'll be doing this work with the help of Dr. Birbal Singh. So we will be doing it together actually, and maybe in 6 months, sir, we will be at least isolating the bacteria, because the flocks they're expected in October. So, sir, that is the maximum. Uh,
No, so you see, isolation is one of our priority, but
yes, sir.
Yeah,
Sir,
anaerobic
actually, isolation is
will be
difficult
very
because it is
difficult.
both are anaerobic bacteria, sir.
so then
So,
just suppose after isolation, what is the timeline?
sir, after isolation, I'll need one collaborator who can work with me for the vaccine development, sir.
So which collaborator you need, you just find out.
Right,
At
sir.
IVRI or other our regional center. So
Yes, sir.
this vaccine we need at the earliest.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so this is our priority, and whatever the requirement in terms of human resources and funds, you
Yes,
must
sir.
just let me know so that we should come up as per the expectation of the department. Okay,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
just and I think this is one, and second is important is the development of startup. I
Yes, sir.
think my submission to the our regional center Dr. Gorakhmal and his team kindly find suitable time to organize a startup enclave at at Palampur, so that the innovative startup and startup who have already expanded their horizon, established startup. I think you just try to connect the startup and kindly have a meeting with the startup. I think next month only, so that our team who is dealing with the programs creation of startup at IVRI, they can also join your hand at Palampur physically, and at least this is a important activity not only of the government of India, but also the all the responsibility have been given to across the states also. So this is our responsibility how we can handhold our startup, and how we can connect our startup with our main programs. Main program, this is the RKBY Raftar program, and the ABI program. So I think this is the only I think takeaway message, that organize the startup enclave in the next month only, and team from IVRI will join the startup enclave, and I think request our senior officials of the state line department who are working with the startup and who have been given responsibility of creation the startup, kindly request them also, so that we can meet in Palampur, and we can try to handhold and connect these startup with our main scheme, so that some financial support can also be given if required, if they fulfill our requirement, so that we can also take them on board of our main program. So this is, I think, the two very important suggestions given by Dr. Sanjeev. Thank you very much, Dr. Sanjeev. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. That is the purpose of this meeting. As just now we have started a technical session, and we have got two very important issues, and how to tackle food rot in Himachal, and the second, how to take care of the startup in the Himachal Pradesh. So, sir, again, thanks to you, sir, for raising this concern. So now I'm going towards the last lecture of the session, and this again I have told you the parasites, they are very important as far as the hill states are concerned. I think with that intention and based on the feedback, this lecture, the topic might have been selected. So now I request Dr. Ajayata Riyal, she's the scientist in the Palampur itself, and she's knowledgeable, and she has really mapped the almost whole Himachal Pradesh as far as the parasitic infestations are concerned. So I request Dr. Ajayata to deliver the talk on the parasite diseases of small ruminant in Himachal Pradesh and their control. Dr. Ajayata.
Thank you very much, sir. Am I audible, sir? Am I
Yeah.
visible?
Go ahead.
Good afternoon, everyone. Respected Director cum Vice Chancellor, ICAR-IVRI. Respected Director, State Animal Husbandry Department, Himachal Pradesh. Most respected all the seniors, scientific staff from IVRI and veterinary officers from Himachal. The topic of my lecture is parasitic diseases of small ruminants in Himachal Pradesh and their control. Small ruminant rearing is an integral component of hill farming system, and parasitic diseases, they pose major threat to the profitable economy. The state of Himachal Pradesh is divided into 4 agroclimatic zones, and around 70% of the state sheep population is reared by the semi-nomadic pastoral communities like Gaddis, which migrate round the year from alpine pastures to the subtropical hills. Now, the climate, including the rising temperature and erratic rainfall trends, and the prevailing production or rearing systems, they actually shape the occurrence of parasitic diseases in the state. So with this, the major parasitic diseases of the state include the helminth parasites like gastrointestinal nematodes, lungworms, liver flukes, rumen flukes, and cystodes. Among protozoa, coccidiosis is very much prevalent and human protozoans are there. Then among arthropods, ticks, lice, mites, and maggots. So these are the list of parasites which will be discussed in today's lecture. So the first one, the gastrointestinal nematodes. They are very much prevalent in the state and mixed infections usually occur. And among these, Haemonchus and Trichostrongylus are the most notorious worms to manage. The key clinical signs include anemia, bottle jaw, diarrhea, poor growth, decreased productivity, and in acute cases, death. Now, the primary control strategy is the use of anthelmintics. We have various broad spectrum anthelmintics available in the market, which we are using since long. But the repeated use of these drugs has actually selected the drug-resistant parasite populations over the susceptible ones. And today, the veterinarians, they are facing the treatment failures throughout the world, including Himachal, especially in the organized farms. Now, there are various factors which actually contributed to the development of this resistance, but the main one are the high treatment frequency, indiscriminate use of these drugs, suboptimal doses, and single drug regimes. So to curb this problem, what we can do, we need to devise our programs on the basis of parasite epidemiology, where we need to do strategic deworming. As per the state of Himachal Pradesh, the migratory flocks, they experience highest mortality rates around the season of autumn and spring. So thus the prophylactic treatments, they should be tuned up with this, where twice a year prophylactic treatment is suggested, preferably post-monsoon at around October and November, and after kidding or lambing. That is around March or April. Now, kids below 1 year of age or lambs below 1 year of age, they can be treated with additional treatment during monsoon when the incidence is highest. But the treatment frequency should not exceed more than thrice a year in adults. And the anthelmintics, they should be regularly rotated among different classes of the drugs. That is, the fenbendazole, it should be rotated not with albendazole, but with a drug from different class, that is levamisole or ivermectin. Another general recommendations are also there, like standard anthelmintic preparations, they should be used. And the doses should be administered the drugs should be administered at a proper dose based on the body weight of the animal. Now, in a flock of hundreds of animals, the heaviest animal can be weighed and the rest of the flock can be dosed accordingly. And these anthelmintics, preferably, they should be given empty stomach to increase their bioavailability. And combination treatment with a combination of drugs should be given to target mixed helminth infections, including nematodes, cystodes, and trematodes, or the resistant parasite populations. Now, if a flock is experiencing a resistant population, then we advise there the target selective treatments. So here, we need to treat the animals which are clinically affected, and we should never go for the mass treatments. We should always keep at least 20% of the animals in the flock untreated based on their body scores. Now, these untreated animals will actually act as a source of susceptible worm populations and will dilute the resistant populations. So how we can select the animals? In the areas where Haemonchus is prevailing, we can use FAMACHA eye chart, where we can compare the eye color or conjunctival membrane color with the scores in this chart, and we can decide whether to treat the animal or not. But the better way is to go for a 5-point check, where we compare the where we look at the eye of the animal for anemia, nose for any discharge, jaw for swelling or bottle jaw, back for general body condition, and tail for swelling or diarrhea. And we score the animals, and we will not treat 20% of the animals having good scores. And if it is possible, we should always do fecal examination before anthelmintic treatment, because all these signs and symptoms, they are not just particular to the helminth parasites. Now, another concept for the sustainable worm management is the integrated worm management, where we should focus on the grazing management practices first, because the source of infection for the small ruminant is the infected pasture or the herbage. So we need to take care of that. We should keep the stocking density low. We should allow the mixed grazing, where the small ruminants should be allowed to graze along with the large ruminants, as the large ruminants, they will act as a vacuum cleaners for the infective stages. And we should avoid grazing very early in the morning, late in the evening when there are dewdrops, or just after the rain. And the herbage height which the animals are grazing should be more than 30 centimeters. Then the hygiene management should also be practiced, where the livestock owners, they should be told about the good hygiene practices, and they should regularly remove the feces. They should avoid contaminating the feeders or waterers of the animals. Then nutrition, better nutrition is also play a great role. The animals kept on a higher plan of nutrition actually will have a good physiological condition and good immune status, and they will actually be capable of tolerating the parasitic infections in a better way with a good productive status. So it is advised to keep the animals on higher crude protein during the periparturient period, or especially during the monsoon when the infection is high. We here at IVRI Regional Station, we are exploring the effect or the scope of introduction of the trace minerals in the feeding schedules of the parasite infested animals, especially the resistant populations. Now, those animals which are tolerant or resilient, that is, who can maintain the better health status and production level despite the parasitic infection, should only be promoted for the breeding purpose. And alternate methods can also be tried, where the tannin-rich forages especially can be fed during the monsoon season. There are some other methods like nematode trapping fungi, or there are some commercial vaccines like Barbervax in Australia or Biovax in South Africa. But these measures, they are not still available in Indian market. So we need to rely on the integration of chemotherapy with the good managemental practices. Now, the second group of parasites, that is nematodes, which are very well prevalent in the state, are the lungworms. They are residing in the bronchi, bronchioles, or lung parenchyma of the animals and causing clinical signs like cough, dyspnea, tachypnea, nasal discharge, moist rains, or sometimes fever. Now, the young ones, they are more susceptible to the infection, and the moist and cold conditions, they actually favor the larval survival, and also they are favoring the survival of the snails, which are the intermediate host of some of the parasites. Then the risk factors include the overgrazed pastures, the poor drainages, and wet environments. And as for in Himachal, they are being repeatedly reported from various parts of the state, various districts of the state, and concurrent infections with other bacterial and viral infections because of the down immune status of the animal is commonly reported. And the livestock owners, they are facing the economic losses due to the reduced growth, increased mortality, and treatment costs. For control and treatment of the lungworms, we advise the macrocyclic lectins, which are highly effective, and benzimidazoles, they can also be given at the usual dose rates. And for management, the pasture management is very important, where the snail contaminated pastures or wet pastures, they should not be grazed, and the stocking density should be low so that the animals should get appropriate herbage height to graze. Now, another group of parasites are the trematodes, where comes the liver flukes like Fasciola hepatica and Gigantica, which are capable of causing acute as well as chronic infections. In acute cases, there is hemorrhages and sudden death. In chronic cases, there is anemia, bottle jaw, and weight loss, and chronic forms are mostly prevalent in that state. Then there is a lancet liver fluke, which is also causing the mild or chronic biliary irritation. The amphistomes and rumen flukes, they are also widely prevalent and causing moderate diseases. But the immature stages, they can cause severe diarrhea, dehydration, and anorexia in the animals. Then cystosomes are also being reported in sporadic reports. Now, there are some reports where these diseases are reported from the state. And in endemic regions, we will advise the prophylactic treatment after monsoon, especially, and if required, it can be given before monsoon also. The drugs which we can use, triclabendazole is the drug of choice for fasciolosis, and oxyclosanide can be given as a prophylactic treatment both for fasciolosis as well as emphistomosis. Albendazole at a higher concentration works very well for diprocelium, and for cystosomosis, praziquantel can be given. Now, the vector for these snails, like these are the limnid snails, which are the vectors for fasciola infection. Their control actually is very much tedious, or I would say impractical, especially in case of amphibious snails, which can migrate through the wet pastures to the long distances. But we should still try to keep their number low in endemic regions. We should avoid the animals to graze on the wet pastures. We should try to destroy the habitats of these snails, like we should fill the water-filled pits in the grazing lands with sand or something. And we can introduce the snail-eating fish in the water bodies wherever it is required. Another group are the cystode parasites. Now here, the adults like Monesia or Stilacia, when they are present in the intestine, they are causing diarrhea, or they may obstruct the intestine of young animals and can cause mortality or production losses. There are several larval stages also which can infest the small ruminants, like Cinereus cerebralis, which is capable of causing GID, a disease with nervous signs having circling movements in the animals. Or there are others like Cysticercus ovis or Cysticercus tenuicollis and hydrated cysts, which can cause economic losses because of meat or liver contamination. Hydrated cysts, they are also of zoonotic importance. If we look at the life cycle of the larval forms, dogs are always the definitive hosts. And when shepherds, they rear dogs along with the migratory frogs. The propagation of the life cycle of these cystodes is very much possible. And we should actually focus on deworming of frogs, because for larval stages, there are not much effective treatments. For adults, we can try praziquantel. But if there is the prevalence, or if there is high reporting of these larval stages, we need to go for mass deworming of the dogs around the year at 6 to 8 weeks apart with praziquantel at the rate 5 mg per kg body weight. And echinococcus, sheep actually is a main contributor of the zoonotic importance, zoonotic prevalence of this disease, so it should also be checked. Now, after this, I'm coming to the protozoal diseases. Among protozoan diseases, the most important one is the coccidiosis. There are several species of Eimeria which can infect sheep and goat. Eimeria ovinoidalis and Eimeria ninacohleacemobe, they are the most pathogenic species infecting sheep and goat. And the lambs or the kids below 6 months of age, they are actually the most sufferers. The risk factors are high stocking density, indoor rearing, poor hygiene, all causes of stress, be it a physiological, nutritional, or climatic. And economic losses can be because of clinical signs, like in acute cases, there can be watery diarrhea, dehydration, anorexia, straining, and sudden death, or because of the chronic form of the disease where there is a poor growth and weight loss and reduced productivity. To manage coccidia, we should follow the strict managemental practices where shepherds, they should be educated to follow the good hygiene practices. They should remove the feces, they should keep the bedding dry, and they should clean the feeders and waterers regularly. Overcrowding should be avoided. Stress should be reduced, and balanced nutrition should be given to the animals. For curative purpose, we can try sulfonamides or amprolium. For prophylactic purpose, some inophore antibiotics, they can be introduced in the feed for 21 to 28 days. There are some metaphylactic drugs also like tolfenazuril or diprazulin, which can be given when there is a disease occurrence. Then another group of parasites are the hemoprotozoans. In case of small ruminants, the hemoprotozoans, they are mostly in subclinical form, and that is why they are less attended as compared to the large ruminant hemoprotozoans. But there are some species which are capable of causing highly pathogenic diseases like Theileria lustocordi and Theileria levenchini, when I talk about theileriosis, and Babesia motasi and Babesia ovis when I talk about babesiosis. Anaplasmosis is also prevalent there in the state. In a recent study conducted at IVRI Regional Station Palampur by Dr. Devi, we have found that Theileria levenchini, Theileria species MK, Anaplasma capra, Anaplasma marginale species are prevalent in the migratory sheep and goat flocks in Kangra and Chamba district. However, we could not detect any authentic report of babesiosis or trypanosomosis in the state, and these reported parasites were also in the subclinical status. But still, regular monitoring of these hemoprotozoans is required in the state because the state is well hit by the climate change, and rising temperature and humidity shifts, they can actually extend the survival of the ticks, which are the vectors for these diseases. And these tick populations will not only extend the climate change will not only extend the survival of tick populations at a particular duration, but also allow them to push into the new territories, including the temperate zones of the state. Now, the fodder scarcity along with the erratic rainfall led poor pasture quality for the host immune status, and the host having decreased immune status are still capable of contracting the subclinical forms to the clinical forms. Then the migratory grazing flocks, they also are capable of transmitting or carrying the tick populations or these subclinical diseases along with them to the regions where they are not reported prior. And the drug resistance among the ticks, like acaricide resistance, and even in protozoa, especially against buparvaquinone, worsen the economic losses in the farmers to the livestock owners as they will face treatment failures. So there are several drugs which are being advised and they are commonly used actually in the clinical forms, like for filariasis, buparvaquinone is there. For anaplasmosis, oxytetracycline can be given. For babesiosis, diaminoxine acetate and amidocar, they can be used. And these drugs, they should be given along with the proper supportive therapy as per the clinical status of the animal. And we should always combine the hemoprotozoan control with the tick control. We should provide good nutrition to the animals to enhance their immune status, and we should monitor the status of anemia or clinical signs regularly. Even though they are subclinical, they have a potential to be converted into clinical forms when there is any kind of stress. Then comes the ectoparasites. Among sheep and goats, the most prevalent one is the lice infestation, where Bovicola capri and Ovis and Linogonectus are the major species reported in a study conducted at IVRI Regional Station Palampur by Dr. Devi. The prevalent tick species are Rhipicephalus, Hyaloma, Hemaphysalis, which actually are the vectors for Thalaria and Babesia also, and they themselves are capable of causing anemia or skin damage when they are heavily present on the animal. Then mange, especially because of Sauroptis, is very much prevalent in the state. Sarcoptes, Coreoptis, Demodex are also reported in the small ruminants. Then sheep-kit, Melopegus ovinus is also there. And unattended wounds accompanied with the fly larvae, it is also being prevalent and should be taken care of. Now for the tick control, again, acaricide resistance is very much prevalent worldwide. And this acaricide resistance is actually a great problem in large ruminants because of its repeated use of these acaricides.
Yeah, Dr. Ajeta. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Try to conclude it. Nah, I mean, this is an important problem. We would have covered, I think, most of the things, and these slides will be shared to all. So try to just the only very salient things, I mean, in your talk. Try to conclude it. How much time, how many slides is still left?
So now I'm finishing. This disease is the last one, sir.
Just conclude it, please.
Okay, sir. So the strategic use of acaricides, they should be done. Polyherbal acaricidal formulations, some are commercialized by IVRI, should also be used, and pasture management should be done. Same are the techniques for the other ectoparasites also. As told in our welcome lecture, we have developed a package of practice for Northwestern Himalayan region, where we have developed package of practice for helminths, for protozoa, as well as for ectoparasites. And for farmers or for livestock owners, we have also developed a package of practice because most of the parasitic diseases, they are of managemental concern, and livestock owners, they need to be made aware of. And in that line, we have developed this package of practice. So take home message is intelligent attention on management practices in hill areas is the need of the hour for sustainability of hill farming. Sustainable parasitic control programs should always rely on chemotherapeutics as well as the managemental aspects, and optimum use of antiparasitics, be it anthelmintics or acaricides. It should be done along with the efficient disease monitoring and efficient drug monitoring. And we need to strengthen the farmer veterinarian linkage as said by our director, Animal Husbandry and Director IVRI. And this interface meet is actually a step to strengthen the veterinarian researcher linkage. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Ajeta, for highlighting the important parasitic problem in the Himachal Pradesh. I think this talk has definitely it is going to help to the all stakeholders of the Himachal Pradesh, especially those who are handling the livestock. So with this, we complete this technical session. And we had a co-chair person for this technical session, Dr. Birbal Singh. Dr. Birbal Singh would like to say anything for this session? Any specific remarks?
Good afternoon, everybody. In today's session, we discussed very important topics. In first, Dr. Bablu Kumar presented the salient technologies for livestock production and health management. The second was reproductive management by Dr. M.H. Khan. An important topic covered by Dr. K.K. Rajak is use of vaccines to prevent animal infections and diseases. And lastly, Dr. Ajeta discussed her expertise about the management of parasites, particularly in livestock reared in Himachal Pradesh. Hope the livestock, the veterinarians and the livestock owners will be benefited from these findings. So this is my observation. And most importantly, Dr. Director Sir has urged us to carry out the work on this vaccine development, and we will be benefited from this.
Thank you, Dr. Birbal Singh. Dr. All the reporters, they will take recognition and they will prepare a good report of this session. Now I hand over the mic to Dr. Ruchi Tiwari, Madam, Joint Director, Extension Education. For that.
Sir, excuse me, sir. Sir. That's more. This is my request to Dr. Saab. Sir, what I'm saying in my state is whatever research we are doing in our College of Veterinary Science, or for that matter, IVRI also, there is some communication gap between the field veterinarians and our research institutions. So my request is if we can devise some interaction program with the field veterinarians at different location from your IVRI, Palampur, or for that matter, if a senior officer, a scientist can come from other state also. Once in a year, twice in a year, so that the research work which is going on in our laboratories, they can reach to the field level also. Our veterinary officer, they can also know, though there are other means of knowing it, but there is some communication gap. If we can arrange a meeting with the field veterinarians of the state, with the scientists of our IVRI, maybe 2 or 3 times, as you can devise it. So that will be beneficial for our young veterinarians also, what is going on lately, latest research in our veterinary field. So this will be my request to you, sir. If there is some direction from you to the institutions in Himachal, or for that matter in your national level also, we can arrange some meeting physically in our different location in the state. If there is something can be done, this is my request, sir.
So I think this is a very important suggestion. Actually, we keep on doing interface activity with our state officials working in the field. I think, but I think from last 2 years we have not organized any this physical meeting with the officials. So I think this is a good point. My submission that kindly define the location so that our officials can comfortably come to the location, our state officials. So I've been, since the scientists from Palampur and scientists from IVRI, they will be coming to attend these interface. So we always expect that number of officials they should attend the meeting. At least the largest number of officials they should attend the meeting. So this
that we will ensure, sir. That we will ensure.
Because of our some of our state, they have not taken the interest, and we have seen the less number of officials were present in the meeting, so we stop. Oh, I think this is a very vital suggestion that if our officials, they can come at one place and state can be divided as per the agroclimatic zone in two part or three parts, and
Yes, sir.
our officials from IVRI and the Parampur campus, they can attend all meetings physically, and the officials which are really required, they should be aligned with the need of the state. So I think this can be very well organized, and I think this is very good suggestions. My submission to Dr. Gorakhmal, kindly make a liaison with the state officials, so that and comfortably meetings can be organized with this sizable number of officials, so that the message from institute and the requirement of the state can be meet out very well. So I think this is also a very take home message for all of us. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Now we are moving towards the technical session 2. I would like to thank the chairperson and co-chairpersons of technical session 1 and the rapporteurs and the coordinators and all the speakers who managed the technical session 1 and provided us with a good amount of inputs and latest advances in the areas of technologies, reproductive health, vaccination, and the parasitic diseases. Now this technical session 2 is specifically oriented towards having interaction with the veterinary officers, which is one of the most important parts when we are talking about the interface meet follow-up. So now here I would like my co-chairperson in this technical session 2 is Dr. Rinku, and the rapporteurs for the session are Dr. Devi Gopinath and Dr. Gauri Jairat, and the coordinators are Dr. Ajita Relash and Dr. Akhilesh. So without wasting any more time, we will immediately start the interaction session. Although the interaction session has already started with inputs from our Honorable Director Sir and also from Honorable Director Animal Husbandry Himachal Pradesh also. So we will continue this interaction session now. So I will request the veterinary officers to please raise their virtual hands so that we can invite them for their inputs. Apart from that, we also have some inputs in our chat box. So we will see that input also and try to respond to that. So here I can see the first input is from Manav Guleria ji. Sir, why vaccination is not recommended in advanced pregnant animal? Does the vaccine has some role for induction of abortion or effect on fetus? Yeah. Dr. Rajak?
Rajak.
No, generally vaccines safety, when we are testing for the safety of the vaccine, we are doing safety test on pregnant animal also. That is one of the parameter when we are developing a vaccine. So each vaccine will not have that property. Some vaccine may be abortogenic in nature or teratogenic in nature. So that depends on what type of vaccine we are using, whether it is having some deleterious effect on pregnant animal or not. It is not universal truth. Okay, so it varies from vaccine to vaccine. Well, if the vaccine testing is done on pregnant animal, like in PPR, it has been established that PPR vaccine is safe in pregnant animal. So like that, if some study is there, then we can use. That's what I discussed in my presentation also. But there is no thumb rule that the vaccine is having some deleterious effect or having some abortogenic effect in all the case.
Thank you, Dr. Rajak. So I think Malav Guleria ji's issue and the question he raised is answered. So we move to further to Dr. D. Okay. Dr. Dhar.
Bhardwaj.
Dr. Dhar hai kya likha hai? Dr. Shah. Yeah, he has asked foot rot disease primarily affecting migratory flock. Now some cases are seen in local flock also. Loss of hooves result in permanent disability and continuous debility due to decreased movement. Vaccination is important. So we have already discussed this. Of course, vaccination is important and IVR has already taken up lead in that area, and our Palampur campus is in the process of development of the same. And I think within 6 months to 1 year, they will be getting some good and big lead in the area. Then another question is by Dr. Abhishek Bharadwaj. CCPP is also causing high morbidity in goat flocks. So I think we have already initiated work on the development of the mycoplasma vaccine.
Yes.
So, Dr. Pramanshu.
Yes, madam, I just want to apprise the house that yes, we are in the development of that particular vaccine, and hopefully within a year or so, we'll be able to come up with the bivalent vaccine for the mycoplasmosis in goats. But again, my request to the veterinarians who are raising this question, if you can please send the samples, because sometimes we are misdiagnosing CCPP. It may be due to some other species of mycoplasma. So kindly send the samples to either CADRED or the Division of Bacteriology and Mycology so that we can go up to the species level detection of the mycoplasma, which is really causing pneumonia in the respective regions.
Thank you, Dr.
If otherwise, if they can inform our Palampur campus, if any outbreak or any incidents happened, so our Palampur campus, they can also attend the outbreaks or incidences. So they can also be able to collect the samples as per the requirement. So both way purpose can be solved.
That's
Yeah, thank you. So thank you very much. So we are now moving to another question by Dr. D. Israr. Studies around Pong Dam wetland should be conducted as this is home to maximum migratory flock during their winter sojourn. There is a high incidence of acute fasciolosis resulting in
एक मिनट क्वेश्चन लाओ
yeah. Resulting in repeated economic losses to Gaddi migratory sheep and goat herders. A package of practice for this will be helpful. Acute fasciolosis.
डॉक्टर साहब
Yes, sir.
आई थिंक ना इनका तो हमारे पास पैकेज ऑफ प्रैक्टिसेस का एक वो बन जाए
हमने एक नॉर्थ वेस्ट हिली रीजन के लिए बनाया है
In our institute, we are having one package of practices regarding this particular infection in fasciola. You can see it in our website also, that package of practice. Here we can specifically tell all those things, this particularly fasciolosis, how to control this one, that package of practice. Okay, and I am just giving one to Ajeta, that regarding package of practice, this particularly fasciolosis, this particularly dam, you can go there and collect the that Sarkady or some snail, and in molecular level diagnosis, it can be possible to acute to perfectly diagnosis of all those things, whether that wound is infected with the Sarkady of those fasciola or not. And another thing, I am just suggesting you what Ajeta on her discussion he has left. That one is in this particular year there is a maximum rainfall in Himachal Pradesh. Now my expectation, my experience regarding the staying in Shillong, this particular situation is happening if you want to graze your animal in the lower area of hillock, then there is a maximum chance of getting GI parasitic infection. Now in this particular stage, during just where that the rainfall is maximum, you just permit the animals to be grazed in the high area, in the top of the hillock, so that there is a very less chance of infection, because during the rain, all the larvae and other things, it is coming out with that rainfall, with the water, and it is already locked in the bottom of the hillocks. So that particular advice you can give it to the all the farmers, that they have to graze the animals at the top of the hillock during this high rainfall time. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. So you were just listening to the head of the Department of the Parasitology Division, Dr. Subhashish Bandopadhyay, sir. He has already mentioned, and most of the issues that you are raising are included in the package of practice document that IVRI has developed. There are 2 such documents available on IVRI website, and you can please go through that, and you can see the recommended practices and how to manage your animals. Dr. Anurag Sharma, he has raised a query. The parasitic infestation and its management being highlighted here are suitable for semi-intensive practices. To incorporate this in pastoralism, highly challenging and requires more of behavioral change adoption by the shepherds. Yeah, yes. Just now, sir has given you the recommendation of how to manage this. Yes. Then underdosing of endoparasiticides and lack of rotation of these drugs are causing anthelmintic resistance. Yeah, absolutely right. And now Zoom user. In what quantity curry leaves and bay leaves should be mixed in 1:1 ratio for anistrus, and whether they should be mixed green or dried? How infertility is related to high milk yielding and high temperature and humidity? Answer.
Yeah, the first question, how the curry leaves and dry bay leaves. Actually, the curry leaves and bay leaves are dried first, make it in a powder form and add in the ratio of 1:1. And it should be fed 200 grams daily mixed with the concentrate feed for 10 days. This is the first question. And number two, how infertility is related to high milk yielding. As we know, the milk yield, if it is increases, and you might have seen in the crossbred animal, the infertility problems are more. When there is a milk yield is high, then animal goes to negative energy balance. And it usually, we have seen in the postpartum animals, they go for long calving to estrus interval. And that is because of the negative energy balance in the animal first. And high humidity and temperature. When the THI is high, then it directly affects the hypothalamus and the gonadotropin release is effective. And once GnRH is affected, then ultimately it affects the folliculogenesis and estrus cycle, ovulation, everything it is affected. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Then Dr. Randhir Singh from Kullu, he is saying Dr. Randhir would like to ask a question regarding management of downer cow. So, sir.
Good afternoon, everyone. First of all, I would like to thank you all for organizing such sessions. They are very educative and informative, sir. Sir, I want to share a problem. Whenever we go for treatment of downer cow, the main problem is lifting of these large animals in field conditions. Sir, my suggestion is that at IVRI, you develop some technology of lifting these large animals, which is handy to use in field conditions, sir. Thank you.
Yes, sir, we have already developed a device called Downer Scout Portable Stand. And that is, it's portable and it can be used easily under field condition also. I think it is with you, ma'am.
It is there. It is.
Yes.
We are having it
So-
and it's already designed, patented.
Yes.
Problem. It's ready for commercialization. Yeah. So
Sir, what is the weight of that machine?
It is heavy, but you can unfold it. And
Sir, this is the main problem. We are in a hilly and geographically tough terrain. It is not easy to carry it everywhere. That's why I'm asking this question.
carrying will be difficult, but it is provided with wheel also. So just unfold it and at the place where you want to have, just fix it again and with the wheel
Sir,
you can.
Maximum places we are going on foot, sir, in Himachal.
Mhm. Okay.
That's why this is my concern. Something like you have these pulleys, no, sir? Some design with pulleys and straps that is very easy to carry. I am asking like that.
Large animal, that too in hilly terrain, it is a challenge.
Yeah.
Because you see,
Yes, sir.
Our machine which we have developed, this design which we have developed, it is, I think it is not at all feasible, will not be feasible in hilly terrain.
Hilly terrain, yeah.
Because you see, although the wheels are there, but in a hilly
carrying to hilly
terrain,
terrain.
you have to, I think, transport.
Yes.
So he's right.
We have to think and develop some
We
other.
have to think developing the lightweight design. And in lightweight, this what material we are using, that should be very, I think, extraordinary. So this is a good idea. I think. Thank you very much. You have given a really good, I think, message to us. This really need, because we have, but this can be used in plain only. This is little having a weight. But for hilly regions, I think we must have some lightweight and that to be very suitable for lifting large animals also.
Sir, there is a suggestion from me. This is Dr. Mukesh Mahajan, Deputy Director Animal Husbandry, Mandi. In foreign countries, sometimes they use bags which can be inflated like by pumping air. So they are being used to lift the animals.
Same. So these materials should be very strong and lightweight.
So they are very lightweight because it is inflated by pumping air. These are leather, means what do you call, just jumping bags as they are used in for various bungee jumpings. So they can be inflated. So that can be considered.
We can plan this type of a modification and design can be planned for especially for the hilly region.
Yes.
And we can plan this.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you.
Sir, another question is, dear sir, ma'am, it would be great if you could share of course, we are planning to share. I will request all the presenters to provide the presentation and we will share it on the mails. Dr. Akhilesh, we have the registration.
सभी के मेल हैं?
हाँ sir, registration में डाल.
सभी के मेल हैं?
हाँ.
ठीक है.
Dr. Rinku will share all the presentations to them. Okay. Yeah. So one question.
Rinku.
Dr. Rinku.
Rinku.
Yes, sir.
We have a mail of all officials.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Whatever presentation have been made,
Yes, sir.
you can share and also give the mobile number of the presenter so that if any officials they can interact directly to our presenter, they can. Number one. Number two, beside this, we have I think you are the part. We have developed a package of practices for I think hilly regions. So that copy, soft copy, you can also share along with the presentation.
Yes, sir. Sir, I can send the soft copy of the package of practice to Director Animal Husbandry because it's very big file, and because sending it in individual mail will be difficult. But I'll send the presentations in individual.
You
Yes,
can
sir.
of the document.
Or I'll
just share the link to them, all of
Yes.
them.
Hanji.
Sir, another question is how we can diagnose anovulation and early embryonic mortality at field level. What could be the reason for prolonged distress in animals apart from follicular cyst and how to mitigate them?
Yes, ma'am. The first question, how to diagnose anovulation and early embryonic mortality. See, in both the condition, anovulation or delayed ovulation or early embryonic mortality, you have to look into the estrus cycle duration. If the animal is repeating at the fixed estrus interval, that means every 21 days and 20 days interval, that means there is either failure of ovulation or there is an early embryonic mortality before MRP, before maternal recognition of pregnancy. Then how to diagnose in both of these conditions? Anovulation you can diagnose with per rectal examination of the ovaries. You will find out the follicles are there or not. Just after AI, after 12 hours after AI, or 24 hours after AI, you again palpate the ovary, and if the follicle is there, that means there is a condition of anovulation. And if ovulation has occurred, then you will find the developing corpus luteum or corpus hemorrhagicum. And early embryonic mortality before MRP, the estrus cycle duration will not change. So by this manual palpation of ovary, you can diagnose in both the condition, or if you have the ultrasonography, with the help of ultrasonography, you can very well diagnose both these conditions. And the second question, what is the reason of prolonged estrus? In some animals, we have seen that the estrus is prolonged, maybe sometimes for 24 hours, 48 hours, or even 72 hours also we have seen the estrus. But it is not in most majority of the animals. Few animals also showing this condition because of some genetic condition, maybe due to follicular cyst. If follicular cyst is not there, then high estrogen amount also is reason for prolonged estrus. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Another question by Dr. Shiv Dalal. Sir, ma'am, as Himachal being a hill state, farmers have low income and small land holdings. How they can remove nutritional cause of infertility?
Nutritional cause of infertility. So,
Yeah.
This should also be.
So nutrition is of course a very important factor and it is prerequisite. So if you are caring the nutrition of the animals, most of the problems will not come. So yeah, nutrition is very important and diet has to be given to the animals which are quite nutritious. Then only we can remove the most of the problems which are coming in the animals. So nutrition has to be taken care. And in the Himachal, most of the tree leaves which farmers are feeding to animals, they are quite nutritious. So we recommend that tree leaves which are nutritious in nature, they can be provided along with concentrate mixture and fodder are available. So in that way, we can take the care of the animals of nutrition and problem infertility will be reduced in that way.
Thank you, sir.
Sir, one more point to add to this. Yes, Chaudhary sir was telling, apart from tree leaves, it's always for infertility is concerned, the mineral mixture is the best one, we can say. Most of the time, due to the deficiency of minerals, we see this infertility problem. In state government and all, many times the mineral mixture packs will be available and they will be distributing. The low income farmers can please go to that state government departments where these mineral mixtures are being provided. Please, they can ask and they can provide to the animals.
Dr. Mandal कुछ बोलना चाहते
For the nutritional problem in the infertility, whenever the farmer is giving the food, they are not before the fertility, they are not giving the any anthelmintic. So before giving any anthelmin, before doing any conception, that animal should be well in advance, should be treated with some anthelmintic, so that the nutritional, what are the food they are giving, that should be nutritionally absorbed. And another thing, before the fertility, that animal should be supplemented at least for 1 month with some mineral mixture. So these two procedure, if you can take, so there will be the many of the nutritional problem due to for the infertility may be removed. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. There is another question by Dr. Anup Kumar Sharma. Good afternoon. Working for the last 22 years in the department, I have found the estrus cycle has been disturbed with animals having prolonged estrus and causing serious economic loss due to infertility and AI failures. Could be because of management and nutrition, but now it's a major problem. Indiscriminate use of hormones should be checked. Please have some study.
Ma'am, this question again related to the prolonged stress, and you have himself mentioned that indiscriminate use of hormones. You have to see the prolonged stress cases. What you have to do, the managementally you can solve this problem by doing AI late. Maybe after 24 hours after the onset of stress, and again repeat it again after 24 hours. At least 2 times AI should be done in these cases. And use of balanced diet or mineral mixture. This is also important things to consider. And the use of and just after the AI, use GnRH for enhancing the ovulation, because in such cases there is a chances of delayed ovulation. So use after AI, GnRH should be used. So that is my submission.
Sir, again for you only. There is irregular estrus. There is no MRP, then what should be line of treatment? How long before we should deworm the animal before vaccination? How we can differentiate between hydrometra and leukometra? What is the treatment protocol?
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yeah.
1 minute. Madam,
Please.
am I audible?
Yeah, you are audible, please.
What I have written, it's not in 1 or 2 animals. I've seen in almost majority of the animals, the heat period is like 6-7 days, and the heat period is not disturbed. That is, heat cycle is 21 days, but the heat period is so long that sometimes we have to do AI on the 6th or 7th day. So in that case, there will be chances of early embryonic death also.
Sir, which breed?
All breeds, even in buffaloes, the heifers, even in heifers, they are having in heat for 4-5 days.
Sir, if this problem is persistent, means across all the breeds and all the animals, you please check the what kind of vegetation is there. Maybe there may be some vegetation which are high in estrogen content. That
In
or if
districts. Now, I think when I talk to my friends also, my colleagues also, they also say same things. It is not area specific. Maybe it is because of managemental or something. That's why I've said we have to study, because our AI failure rate is increasing day by day, year by year, I can say.
you have to see the ovaries whether the cyst is present or not. You have to rule out the cyst is present or not.
But if ovulation is not happening, some form of cyst or it will be there.
There may be only two reasons, sir. Either there is a feed, if the condition is generalized, then maybe the feed. And if it is our feed, you also check there is a presence of toxin in the concentrated mixture, or there may be some herbs or tree leaves which are high in estrogen content. And number two, there may be a cyst. And number three is that case of the delayed ovulation. You check and rule out one by one. Then only the problem can be taken care.
Okay, thank you.
Two questions for Mandal, sir. How long before we should deworm the animal before vaccination? Yeah, sorry.
This one is 15 to 20 days. After 15 to 20 days, it is recommended to vaccinate the animals after deworming. Okay, 15 to 20 days interval between deworming and vaccination.
Sir, difference between the hydrometra and leucometra. This package of practices, sir, we have mentioned everything. You please go through the package of practices manual. You can download on IVRI website, and the complete package of practices is there, sir. Thank you.
Check what?
Questions सब copy कर लीजिए. So, are there any more questions here? Because in the chat box, whatever is there, it's finished. So anybody would like to raise their hand or they would like to put up some questions, they can speak up, please. Else we are moving towards the conclusion of technical session 2. So if there are any more questions or anybody would like to discuss something, कोई question है ये? नीचे करिए. Arun Sharma, Dr. Arun Sharma, IVRI Palampur Nutrition Center in Himachal Pradesh. We are breeding animals with superior germ plasm, but are not concentrating on nutrition of animal, and as a result are not getting optimum result. Why not to design a software or app so that farmers can check what nutrition is being given to animal and is it meeting nutrient requirement of growth and production?
Good.
Yeah, it's a good suggestion, and I think it's specifically designed for IVRI Regional Station Palampur. I think they can
Ration formulation application.
they can develop a good ration formulation type of an app with the IVRI Animal Nutrition Division and plan something wherein the farmer can use and it's just like a pig ration app we develop. So same time they can develop and with the requirements and the plants and of that.
और नया न्यूट्रिशन की कौन साइंटिस्ट था?
Nutrition.
Namaskar, sir. Myself, Dr. Arun from Himachal.
Yes, we can definitely work on that, because ICAR NLP have developed these charts so that farmers can use by hands. Definitely in the future we will use these locally available feeds and fodder and whatever the formulation is possible for hilly areas, we'll develop and give man.
Suma.
Yes, sir.
Just plan.
Yes, sir.
Given by the officers, veterinary officers. This is very important. You have to plan the in the form of mobile applications.
Okay, definitely. Okay, sir.
That application can be uploaded on a Play Store. So any stakeholder they want to use this application they can use. So this and so interactive, so that if any client having a feed, availability of a feed, he can feed A, and based on the A, B, C availability of feed, application should be able to come out with the correct the balanced ration. So actually you see, you have to first see the variety of this feeds available,
Available feed and fodder resources.
variety of concentrated mixtures available there, and conventional and non-conventional feeds available there. So based on all holistics availability of the feed, you have to develop a application, interactive application, so that any part of the Himachal Pradesh, if farmer or entrepreneurs, he wants to compute the ration with the specifically availability of the component in that area, he can be able. So this is very important. You have to just discuss with Dr. L.C. Chaudhary, head of division animal nutrition, and you see, try to come out with the mobile applications. We have developed a total number of 22 mobile applications in vernacular languages. That is the additional demand we received from from Himachal Pradesh. You just discuss with Dr. L.C. Chaudhary or Dr. Rusi Tiwari. So that within 3 to 4 months we will be able to constitute the basic structure of the application. Okay, so this is very important, but time bound we have to develop this.
Yes, sir. Definitely we'll work on that.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Sir, another question by Dr. Shiv Dalal. Sir, ma'am, how we can differentiate between early embryonic mortality and improper AI, mistimed AI, as Easter cycle remains of same duration in both conditions?
I already discussed the same question, how to differentiate the same Easter cycle is not changing, Easter cycle is same, regular interval, animal is coming into heat. How to differentiate there is a failure of fertilization or early embryonic mortality. Okay, you have to check by 2 means, per rectal palpation of the ovary, and second by ultrasonography examination of the ovary.
Good.
Thank you, sir. What we will do is, in the last interface, what we did, we collected these all questions and we gathered all the answers from our experts, and then we have compiled it, and then we have circulated the same to all the people who registered. So in this case also, we will do the same, so that if you have lost or missed any question answer to that, we will do the exercise for this meet also. So all the questions that you are asking, we will collect answers from all the experts and we'll gather, compile, and we will send to all a document and we'll send to all of you. So we can do that. Then we have asked by question और है क्या है इसका एक
Sir,
yeah, yes sir.
in our state, there is a problem of stray cattle, and it is almost in every state now. In northern state, it is more. My point is, there are a large number of animals we are keeping in gausadans and cow sanctuaries. Some time back, I read in some article, there is some chemical which can be prepared from cow dung, and which can be commercially used in our garment industry or dye industry, and we can make paint also, herbal paint also. So nothing much was available in internet. But my query is there something like that we can do for this chemical which is in cow dung, which can be used industrially, so that there is some sort of income to the farmers who are just letting their animals on the road. So we can do some research on this chemical. It is available in the internet, or maybe some of your scientists, they are knowing it, but I have not seen any research going on in the higher level. If this chemical can be extracted from the cow dung, so it will be a very valuable thing for the our farmers who are keeping these non-fertile animals or non-productive animals. Something can be done for this extraction of chemicals. This chemical, though it is organic material, it can be done, or some research can be done. And from IVRI side, from any research institutions, is there any strategy? Is there any scheme to about this, so that this stray cattle problem it can be controlled? If farmer is getting income at his home, it will be huge benefit for the state and farmers also in agriculture field also, which people are farmers are just letting, and
Yes,
they
sir.
are not doing any more agriculture in our state. So my request will be to, if some research can be done on this matter also.
Sir, a research in IVRA is going on the culled animals and how to make them, what is the economic potential. So we are already taking it up, and also some research on development of biochar through the cow dung is also in process. So, sir, and we have some one or two startups who are working on the development of innovative products through the cow dung. So, sir, this is a real big issue, what you have told, and it is an issue in UP as well as in many other states. And in the Viksit Krishi Sankalp Yatra also, sir, it came out as one of the major problems that farmers are facing. So developing a solution to that is really a need of the hour. So, sir, we are trying to address it through one or two projects. And of course, that this idea of extracting the chemical, some things are there in the internet, but still we have not attempted that. But in the future, we can plan this type of a project as well. Thank you, sir, for your inputs.
Thank you.
Then another question is by Soni Priya Thakur. Good afternoon, everyone. I have gone for OV-Sync protocol for conception, and it was success. As you can see, animal was 4-year age at time of start of treatment, that is last year, but after successful calving, after that animal not come to heat again on its own. What can be done in this case?
Ma'am, I will answer. You have used Usage protocol and animal came into heat, conceived it, and had given birth also. But after giving birth, animal is not coming into heat again. So by using hormone once or twice, it is not causing so much of adverse effect. It may be due to the negative energy balance. You check the feed of the animal. You also check how stress cycle is detected. Maybe sometimes the stress symptoms are very poor. So you need to detect the stress cycle properly 2 to 3 times per day, 15 to 20 minutes daily, are better to use the teaser bull instead. Okay, you can deworm the animal and balance torsion and this checking of the stress cycle regularly. I think the animal will come into heat again.
Thank you, sir. Another question is, can heifer be inseminated at 12 to 13 months if proper body weight is achieved for breeding?
Yeah, for proper breeding, the animal's body weight should be at least 50% of the total adult body weight. If the animal has achieved 50% of the body weight and already stress cycle is started, that achieve the puberty, then leave first and second cycle. In the third cycle, you can inseminate the animal.
Dr. Mansi Sharma is asking, as there are so many vaccines for large and small animals in the field, is it advised to vaccinate for 2 or more vaccines simultaneously? Example, ET and PPR in small animals. What is the ideal gap between 2 vaccines? Ravika?
Practical की है.
We can vaccinate for 2 vaccines also, like PPR, goat pox, PPR, sheep pox. They are already available. However, in case of ET and PPR, so what you can do is PPR you can give at 3 months of age, and then ET it is given at 4 to 5 months of age. So give 15 days gap, and then you can give first dose of ET, and then subsequently followed by after 1 month second dose of ET. That can be done.
Thank you, Dr. Ravika. Yeah. Dr.
Sir, I have one suggestion here. Rama, I think her question is either we can simultaneously vaccinate the ET and PPR at a time. So this was a question last time also they asked. Yes, one is actually Dr. Agarwal told the gap, but her question is simultaneously also we can use it because one is inactivated vaccine, another one is live vaccine. Yes, it is possible to vaccinate simultaneously. Am I audible?
You are audible, Dr. Ramakrishna.
Yeah. So that means that one side means when you are asking simultaneously, mind it, you cannot combine both vaccine. Yes, it is possible to vaccinate the PPR in one side and the ET in another side. Yes, it is possible. It is Government of Karnataka recently proposed this method.
Thank you, Dr. Ramakrishna. I think Dr. Dhar would like to supplement. Okay. ठीक है. Another question is by HP. Is IVRI on board with Government of India for different vaccination protocols in small and large animals? Dhar sir?
On board.
Is IVRI on board? So what do you exactly want to ask? HP.
Basically, I wanted to ask is there are different campaign programs of Government of India running in our department. So they have, along with it, there are different vaccination protocols for either FMD or HSMD2 and all. So do they take the protocols which have been specifically devised and defined as we have read, so that the things are always in communication with the field staff also? Because this has to, that's my point is ki what we say, what we have been preached and what has been sometimes given to us, they are not in conjunction. So that's the main, my question. One more, another attached with it is like MSP programs, like to have a specific breed MSPs. Do we have IVRI involved into that state and region and breed specific MSPs? That is my point. Thank you.
Sir?
And under this government program, under NADCP, we have different vaccines.
Yeah.
So that FMD and brucellosis, then we can have a 1 month gap. But for PPR, CSF, they're separate species. So simultaneously, it can be given. But only for cattle vaccines, FMD, 1 month gap should be there along for the brucellosis vaccine.
Affects the sero monitoring and sero surveillance aspects if two vaccines are given simultaneously?
Brucellosis and FMD are not recommended simultaneously.
What about the sero monitoring and the sero surveillance part?
I'm not getting what you are asking about sero monitoring.
We have to, there is a protocol like for sero monitoring and sero surveillance of those particular vaccines which are doing pre and post also. Is it affected if we are using two simultaneously vaccines?
Yes, collect the serum samples and Nivedi is doing the serosurveillance for both these vaccines. So that can be done. You vaccinate and after 1 month, after 2 months, whatever, as per the protocol, you collect the serum and you can detect measure antibodies for the other viruses, other vaccines.
Right. Sir. And about the MSP part, sir?
NSP?
MSP, minimum standard protocols for the breeds,
There's no guideline for...
No guidelines on that.
Directly not involved, but we are part of the expert committee meeting when they are formulating the MSP.
Yes.
Involve themselves as a part as expert committee meeting.
Because normally what happens is the breeds which are native to our areas as well as some of the foreign breeds, for example, Jersey or HA, which have been having a migratory, which have been developed over the, decades over here. So the MSP which we are following in specifically in Jersey, it is 5,000, 6,000 plus for first lactation, consecutively the best lactations. But do they, are they available in our areas? Can we have an indigenous Jersey in that way? Indian Jersey, what we call. So that is my point. Is there anything going on in IVR on this?
Sir, this is directly DADF, sir. We are acting only as an expert committee.
Okay. Right, sir. Right, sir. Right, sir. Thank you. Thank you.
So another question is by Dr. Anjana Sharma. Poultry vaccines are not available in Himachal Pradesh, especially in small packages suitable for small poultry farmers.
They can contact this poultry manufacturers in the country, Hestar, Bevenkis.
Poultry vaccines are not available in Himachal Pradesh,
especially in small packages.
They can, government can procure the vaccines from the companies.
Companies, yeah. The department.
No. He is asking about the small packages.
Packages, so that the companies have to be pursued to
Small
the
packages,
small packages. They must be making big packages.
No, this is a problem.
1000 dose की होगी generally, sir. 1000 dose. छोटे packs बनाने हैं. ये recommendation
Then
तो
this
company
recommendation can go to the poultry vaccine manufacturer, that at least they should make a small pack for a small holders, small poultry holders.
Sir, actually, that minimum package is around 100 doses.
I got it. You are right.
Yes.
Sir, here I also would like to supplement. We had a similar experience in the SC/SP clusters in West Bengal, where in backyard farmers they didn't have that many birds, so that vaccination could be carried out simultaneously. So we established vaccine banks and trained lady vaccinators. So depending on specific days of a month, these people get that minimum number of birds, because any poultry vaccine manufacturer will never reduce the number of doses. So we have to find and tailor make a system so that the maximum vaccine utilization coverage is ensured. So that would be the most logical way ahead.
But at the same time, if they reduce the dosage size,
No, they will not, because that comes in standard sizes. What Dr. Ramakrishna said, 100 doses. So you can't convince a vaccine manufacturer to give a vial of 10 doses, because these vaccines are meant for commercial flocks. But what we can do is, if we create a rural vaccine cluster with expertise available, so on a specific day, you can ask neighboring 4-5 villages to come, so that 100 birds that target is met, and there'll be minimal wastage of vaccine. So we do it that way in all our clusters here in Kolkata, I mean West Bengal.
Actually, they can, Dr. Arnab Sen is suggesting is quite right, that development of the farmer producer organizations, commodity groups, farmer interest groups, that is the need of the hour. When they come into groups, then such type of issue can be resolved, because telling a company to reduce the size of the pack, then it will raise the price of the cost of the thing. So
Exactly. That's what.
adapt to the same situation and develop some means through which we can, through the same pack, we can reach to more number of farmers, and that way we can manage this.
And I think Dr. Gautam Das can supplement on this. He has been doing it for the last 2 years.
Yeah, Dr. Gautam.
Madam, what Dr. Sen is, am I audible, no?
Yes, you are audible.
What Dr. Sen is telling is right. When the beneficiaries are in group, that is much more effective to vaccinate the birds, because minimum you need it 100, then 200, then 500 and 1000. And what Dr. Arnav is telling regarding the decreasing the number or doses in a vial from 100 to lower number, that I do not know what is the limitation by the pharmaceutical or vaccine producers. If it is around 30 to 50 doses, because backyard poultry farming is a very significant contribution they are making to the country's GDP, considering that reducing the dose into 30 to 40 or 50 somewhere, so it will be very beneficial to backyard poultry farmers. What exactly the question has been raised? Perhaps I understood. Am I clear?
For your inputs. So we are almost reached to the end of the queries that were raised and on the chat box. I would like to supplement here, as Honorable Director Animal Husbandry, Dr. Sanjeev Kumar sir was pointing out, in terms of having frequent meetings at the Palampur. One is that, and the other is like the Veterinary Officer Training Institute, Odisha has recently done. This year they have sent us funds for 10 trainings of OT. So already 4 trainings are over and few more are planned in this year. So our training, customized training calendars are available on IVRI website. And I think the State Department of Animal Husbandry of Himachal Pradesh, they can plan some trainings with our officials at IVRI Center, where we have all the labs and the expertise available at one place. And we can have some refresher trainings as required by them. They can either see our training calendar, or if required on some specific subject, they can ask us to design that also, and we can readily do that. As far as startup is concerned, sir, we are having a RQA Raftar Startup Center, wherein we are funding the startups, and already we have 38 funded startups with us, with a funding regime from 5 to 25 lakhs. under the concept stage and the prototype stage. So we would like to very much have some startups from Himachal Pradesh, and we are regularly advertising our cohorts. And Dr. Bablu is here. He is the PI of the project, and whenever the cohort is advertised, we will send it to our regional station Palampur, and they can mobilize the startups from that place. And apart from that, we can also have a meeting, a conclave type of thing with IVRI regional station Palampur taking a lead in conducting such a meeting and inviting all the startups. And our team from IVRI Izzatnagar can go there, and we can groom them on how to develop into startups, and from them, through the cohort procedure and screening, we can select some startups for funding also. So, and apart from that, we also have the ABI, ICAR-IVRI incubator. In that, we provide mentoring services on some fees basis. That is not much big fee. So that also the startups can avail from this center. And also we have made nodal officer for the startup ecosystem from every center. I think the Palampur center also, somebody is the nodal officer. Who is nodal officer?
Ma'am, myself. Actually, from last year, we have advertised like Dr. Bablu whenever he sends. So we are further disseminating that information to the different people so that they can come up. But till now, nobody has come up, ma'am. But I think through Animal Husbandry Department, we can channelize, and then we can expect at least few people.
Yeah.
Because 2 to 3 times, ma'am, we have circulated it.
No, Dr. Bablu is telling that some startups have come. Actually, you don't get to know because
Yeah,
they are.
maybe, yeah, because I was not involved, but I had circulated. He knows it. Yeah.
That's nice. And I think we can have some conclave sort of thing, a small one at your place with the collaboration from the State Department of Animal Husbandry, where we can invite all the startups and the ones who want to become startups, and already people who are already some startups and getting some type of funding. So we can have such type of a meet, and that would be very helpful to others also. So thank you to the veterinary officers who are participating in this meet. Now we are moving towards the conclusion of technical session 2. My co-chairperson in this technical session is Dr. Rinku. So I would like to invite her comments.
Ma'am, I would like to just say that that I'm very much happy and grateful to the veterinary officers and the whole team of the Animal Husbandry Department that they have come out in large numbers, and the way they have interacted, it shows that the animal husbandry sector of Himachal is in very good hands, and I'm grateful to their director. And just because the questions they have put, so that shows that they are working hard at the grassroots level. And we would like to continue working together in future also, so that because we get lot of inputs from them. So I would just like to say thank you to all of them.
Thank you, Dr. Rinku. I would also like to thank the co-chairperson and rapporteurs of this particular session, and the coordinators, Dr. Ajita and Akhilesh, and rapporteurs, Dr. Devi and Dr. Gauri Jairat, for providing their inputs, and to all the veterinary officers who have interacted and spent so much of their time, and that's their valuable time, and to the Director Animal Husbandry also. But before moving towards the final conclusion, we would like to take remarks, the concluding remarks of our Honorable Director, sir.
So thank you very much. So we have come to the end, and this was a very fruitful and interactive meeting, and number of issues emerged right from the earlier development of foot and rot vaccine and vaccines related to the CCPP, and also the startup meeting with the startup working across the Himachal Pradesh, and finally the requirement of the ration formulation application. So these are the important, very intelligent take-home messages for all of us, and I think this is the real state requirements, and this is our responsibility how we can come up with the expectation of the need of the state. So here I would like to suggest our team of the scientists working at Palampur Regional Center. This is really a good interactive meeting which you have organized. But whatever the suggestions we received, I think we have to respond immediately, and we have to work on the question raised immediately, so that our linkages with the government or with the stakeholder will be strengthened. So this is important for all of us. And other very important is the interface meet with the veterinary officials in physical mode. So this is, we have already decided that as per the strategic location, we can participate in interface meet with the veterinary officials. I think we can write once in a year, then twice in a year also. Let us meet once in this quarter, and next meeting in next quarter in different place. So let us decide 2 meetings with the state line department in this year, and the date and venue can be decided at the earliest, so that we can also plan, check out our plan with other meetings also. This is important. And other important, we are just going to organize our RDTL meeting at a strategic location. So my submission to the state that the concerned responsible senior officials, they should attend the RDTL meeting along with the senior officials of the states, so that some need-based decision can be taken in the meeting, and the strengthen can also, the linkages can also be strengthened. So this is, I think, a very important meeting we have concluded, and thanks to the Honorable Director, Department of Animal Husbandry, Himachal Pradesh, Dr. Sanjeev Kumar Dhiman, and his whole the team, senior official team. They have also participated since beginning of this meeting. And my heartfelt thank to all our state veterinary officials who really have given half day to IVRI, and thanks to our joint director team at IVRI and our distinguished head of divisions and scientists. And we also thanks to our scientists who have attended meeting from our regional centers and campuses. So I think this is also a message to them that they can also go ahead fixing the date with the officials to organize the interfaith meet with the state line department. So this is, I think, a very good time and energy we have invested in a very good strategic, you see, work. And thanks to all of you, and we should work hard in for enhancing the visibility of IVRI and the work out the need of the stakeholder and the state, so that accordingly we can also modify our researchable agenda, or we can capture some of the issues which are really required for the state. So with this remark, I am really grateful to all of you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Now I would request Dr. Ajayata to offer the vote of thanks.
Thank you, sir. Good afternoon, everyone. I, on behalf of Team ICAR-IVRI, take this opportunity to propose a vote of thanks to all the esteemed dignitaries and participants for the successful completion of a workshop on recent advances in animal diseases and production and a follow-up interaction meet #2. I express my heartfelt thanks to Honorable Director cum Vice Chancellor, ICAR-IVRI, Dr. Triveni Dutt sir, for gracing the event and for providing valuable guidance, infrastructure, and all the essential facilities required for the successful execution of this workshop. Thank you very much, sir. A sincere gratitude to Dr. Sanjeev Kumar Dhiman, sir, Honorable Director, Department of Animal Husbandry, Himachal Pradesh, for accepting our request to attend this workshop. I thank you, sir, for addressing the participants and for providing valuable suggestions and inputs and unconditional support during the meet. I humbly extend my gratitude to our co-patrons, Honorable Dr. S.K. Singh sir, Joint Director Research, Honorable Dr. S.K. Mendirata sir, Joint Director Academics, Honorable Dr. Soni Dev Madam, Joint Director CADRAT, for your continuous support and guidance throughout the event. I wholeheartedly thank to the organizing secretaries of this event, Honorable Dr. Rupsi Tiwari Madam, Joint Director Extension Education, Honorable Dr. Gorakhmal sir, Head of Regional Station Palampur, for conceptualizing the program and for working meticulously for its successful accomplishment. My sincere thanks to the organizing secretaries, Dr. Birbal Singh sir, Principal Scientist, Dr. Rinku Sharma Madam, Principal Scientist, ICAR-IVRI Regional Station Palampur, for working tirelessly for the perfect execution of this event. I take this opportunity to express my sincere gratitude to all the esteemed speakers of Technical Session 1, Dr. Bablu Kumar sir, Principal Scientist in Charge, ITMU, Dr. M.H. Khan sir, Head Animal Reproduction Division, Dr. K.K. Rajat sir, Principal Scientist, ICAR-IVRI, Izzatnagar. Thanks a million for accepting our request, for sharing your valuable knowledge and wisdom, and for addressing the queries of the participants in an absolutely unparalleled way. I express my heartfelt thanks to the chairperson, co-chairperson, reporters, and coordinators of the Technical Session 1 and 2 for their unabated efforts and support, and for successfully conducting and concluding the technical sessions. My earnest and wholehearted thanks to all the participants, including joint directors, deputy directors, additional directors, senior veterinary officers, and para-veterinary staff of State Department of Animal Husbandry, Himachal Pradesh. My sincere thanks to all the joint directors from various campuses, head of regional stations, all the heads of divisions, and scientists of ICAR-IVRI, faculty and students of state agricultural universities, KVKs, and other institutions, and all the stakeholders from various line departments for sparing their valuable time, for active participation, and for providing noteworthy inputs in this workshop. These inputs provided by the participants will be taken care of and will definitely be addressed when planning and execution of future research programs and such meets. Last but not the least, my sincere thanks to all the scientists, technical officers, staff, and students of ICAR-IVRI Regional Station Palampur and Team IVRI as a whole for mobilizing the various officials and stakeholders to participate in this workshop cum interface meet follow-up and to endlessly work to make this event a grand success. Thank you one and all. Have a wonderful day ahead. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Dr.